Leroy and Hawk, Crowder and Solana. South Florida sports lives here.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less than your pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com. Starting with the Marlins, who crushed the Braves 12-0. Game 2 of the 4-game series is today with the first pitch at 4:10, and the game can be heard on 560 a.m. Over to the Dolphins, who will continue with OTAs today in Miami Gardens. In the NBA, the Spurs stole Game 1 from the Thunder 122-115 in double overtime. The Knicks will host the Cavs tonight in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And on the ice, the conference finals are set with Colorado taking on Vegas out west, and Montreal will play the Hurricanes in the East. Joe, welcome back, man. How you doing?
Hey, Woody. Thank you, brother. It's good. It's good to be back, and been out here with my father, and it's good to spend quality time out here. But yeah, I miss it a little bit. Yeah, I miss it. Hours are a little screwed up, as you know, a little 3-hour difference. But hey, Wood, man, with so many things to get to. Really, last night. By the way, Game 7s in the playoffs, especially deep into the playoffs, but just Game 7s in general. Last night, whether you're an NHL fan or you're an NBA fan, there was something for everybody last night. A lot of hardcore hockey fans only like hockey, and a lot of NBA fans only like the NBA, and I get it in our market. But I got to tell you, that was unbelievable. You talk about can't go to sleep and going, all right, I'll just get some extra sleep tomorrow. Double overtime. Wembanyama was unbelievable. Woody, you talk about a guy that's taken his game to a different place, and the things he says after the game, and I mean, he wants to be great. He doesn't hide from it. He doesn't hide from being a first overall pick. 41 points, 24 rebounds in 49 minutes, and just absolutely dominated OKC. Now, I'm not saying the series is over. OKC had a nice comeback to get that thing into overtime. And it was just a great game. And then Montreal and Buffalo, they go overtime. Canadians moving on in that series. And then back here at home, Braves and Tampa Bay, back-to-back series, two hottest teams in baseball. That story, Tampa Bay's been unbelievable. And Atlanta, with a couple key guys out, just keep winning. And last night, the Marlins just absolutely pounded the Braves 12-0. Max Meyer really off to a great start, gets another win. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts. And hey, listen, man, this is one of the best hitting teams they've had. This Liam Hicks story continues. Couple more RBIs for him last night. Edwards get a grand slam in the game last night. Just a lot of really good things. So we got a lot of stuff to get to. The Big Ten and the SEC are in a I know I can't say that one thing because you get mad. They're in one of those peeing contests that you know what I mean, about who's controlling things for this, whether they're going to go to 24 teams, and the SEC wants to keep it at 16, and they don't want to change. You're going to have to really sell them on it. Meanwhile, it looks like Joe in the ACC and Jim Phillips and all the rest of them want to go to 24. Sounds like the Big 12 wants to go to 24-team playoff as well. I think it's personally too many, but I'm not looking at money. I'm just looking as a fan. And nobody's going to tell me there's 24 teams have a chance to win a national championship. No, nobody can sell me this morning. And people go, well, that's not the point. The point is they get in there, you get extra money. The goal is to get in the playoffs. And so I understand the whole thing, but please don't try to sell me there's 24 teams that have a chance in every conference in Division I conference, because there's going to be some teams that go undefeated or have one loss that will get in that have no shot to beat the big boys. None at all. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Malik Washington, wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, will join us a little bit later on in the show. And we'll get into everything with him. And then, Woody, this other story you hit me with yesterday morning that I truly didn't know anything about, this Messi thing. And so yesterday I came on, and so yesterday I got a couple phone calls, good old Northern California here, to talk about it a little bit. And the Messi show is absolutely, in my opinion, the best show individually we have in this town. And by the way, I'll take it a step further, nothing close to it. In team sports, there's nothing on what he does. And I get it. The MLS is not, as far as professional leagues going, not the same quality that we get in all the other sports where we call ourselves the best in the NHL, the best players play in that league, the best in baseball, the best players in the world play in that league. And the NFL is basically only played in our country anyway, but the best players in North America play in the NFL. And I get the MLS is not that. But saying that, Messi at 38 years old still wants to be great. Still wants to be great. And the show that he puts on, and I don't just mean the highlights that I watched against Portland, where he just, even when he barely misses a shot or does something, you're going, wow. The fact that he even got the shot off, the fact that he was somehow able to dribble around people with his feet and create shots and great scoring opportunities. I think, and when they show highlights, and it's Messi, it's moving up. Even on ESPN, they move the Messi show up when he's scoring. It's special. And if everybody that goes to those games in the old stadium in Fort Lauderdale to the brand new stadium in Miami, if everybody's to be honest, most of the reason you're going, the first question you always ask, unless you're lying to yourself and just, want to get into it with somebody, you're going because you know there's a chance you're going to see Messi do something as maybe the greatest of all time. And if not, right there in the conversation, that he's going to do something real special. He's not, a lot of people thought when he got here, he was going on vacation. He was just going to kind of end it, do enough to stay around. Everybody, was able to say, I got to watch Messi play. And he's better right now this year than he was last year on things he's doing. He was the best player last year. He's been the best player. Now, I know some people in some of the bigger soccer leagues are saying, Joe, come on, man, it's the MLS. It's not the Premier League, the La Liga. Come on, man. What are you talking about? We got a bunch of leagues over here that are really good. Yeah, I know that. Messi knows that. And then the motivation that he has right now and the way he's playing, he wants to represent Argentina in the World Cup one more time. I thought he was done after the last one because he was going out on a high note, man. He added to that resume. They win the World Cup, and he's that's it, right? Drop the mic. Messi now has a World Cup to go with every other award. Kind of going back to if you don't win the championship, you can't win the greatest. Well, he won the biggest championship, the one for your country that they have in the World Cup. So it's an interesting one. I understand some people are a little salty in the organization about everything going on here. Listen, you got a group of people that have been with you for a long time. Acknowledge them a little bit. Don't be petty about it. Don't try to blow them. Just you don't have to sign their autographs. You don't have to hang around for an hour next to your car and sign, an hour after every game. You don't have to do that. We get why you're here for 70 to 80 million to do exactly what you're doing. You fill up the stadium every time you play here and everywhere else in the MLS, and you put on a great show. And look, I'm sure it's not even close in jerseys being sold. Hell, maybe anywhere on what Messi's doing. But it's okay, as I said yesterday morning, acknowledge everybody equally. And don't get mad at the salty ones that feel like you owe us more. The main thing you owe them is what you're giving them. A great show. That's why they're there. And if they're showing up thinking they're part of the show, then they're missing the boat. You need fans. They're important. No question about it. You want passionate fans that are there and want your team to win, and you hope when Messi's gone, those fans are going to stay around and continue to support you like everybody's a Messi. But this whole thing has gotten a little crazy now, this story, and I get it's the time of the year, and you're looking for things, and we like this, and the whole thing with Messi, and then I guess you had Michelle Kaufman on yesterday, right, Woody? Came on yesterday to talk about this.
We did, yeah. She explained it pretty well, but yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't see why Messi can't acknowledge the fans. Like, that doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me without knowing enough about it, Joe.
Yeah.
But
well, I'm guessing they leave him alone, and why the Moss brothers and management and ownership brought him in was to do what he's doing.
Well, it's weird to hear the reality of, like, he is larger than the league. Like, that's the kind of thing you say, like, he's larger than the league, but you still shouldn't act that way like that. Not a huge fan of that.
I think last thing they want to do is piss him off, right? From their standpoint, organization. But he does everything you want. Like the crazy part that this conversation, why it's so crazy. Usually we're talking about the guys that make the most money or the superstars when they don't play well or they don't play at all or they don't play injured and this guy is like, he's still, guys at the end of their career, it can get ugly sometimes. Hey, I'm sorry, man. My body, it is what it is, man. Just like you. As we get older, some days I feel better than others. And this guy, he's running around. His highlights have been unbelievable. Like, he plays hard. I mean, he's great for business. People are going, damn, that was good, huh? Can't wait for next week when they come back home and play again. I mean, he's everything you want. He's a good family guy. We see him with his sons and his wife, and I don't care what he does. Listen, he's got a right. Every celebrity in South Florida wants to hang with that guy or get a picture with him. I get it, man. I get the whole thing. I do. And he's doing exactly what this organization wanted him to do. This thing is now worth close to $1.5 billion. If somebody would have told us that we'd have an MLS team down here in South Florida, playing in Fort Lauderdale, by the way, till recently, was going to have that kind of value. And there's one reason. There's one reason it's packed every night. There's one reason the suites are all taken. One reason. Nothing against all the other guys. Good teammates. Thank you. He's here to win championships. Bingo. Got that done last year. Probably going to be a tough out again this year if he stays healthy the way he's playing. But he's here to win and put on a show. And that's what he does. So, and if Jerk is not acknowledging your fans enough, I mean, first of all, we don't hear about that in other sports. So it's weird. I don't know enough about soccer that to find out that everybody else he waves to and acknowledges, except this group that's the original passionate group that show up. I don't know what they call themselves. They got a name or something. They call themselves the Crazies or something.
The Familia.
Oh, that's what it is. I was being a smart ass. Anyway, yeah. Like, hey, man. Okay. So you shut him out while he's doing all these great things and you're not cheering at home. I mean, you do whatever you want. And you made your point. Now you're a topic and we're talking about it. But I just would ask all those fans, what would it look like if he's not here? What would it look like? Is this his third year, Woody? Does that sound right? Third year here with us?
I think that sounds right, Joe.
I think so.
I'm just not a huge fan of this whole I'm bigger than the league thing, and I'm just going to act however I want because I'm bringing in a bunch of money.
Well, I don't know if that's truly – I mean, he knows why. Come on. He does
well, when
know
she
all
hit
those
us
things.
with yesterday that he hasn't talked to the media in 3 years.
Yeah, that's weird.
That was kind of a strange one. I've never heard of that before.
Well, I got to be honest with you, man.
And I know people don't care. Like, I get that.
No.
It's very strange.
So I talked to Hyde about this last night, who had an article in the Sun Sentinel about this thing. And I said, Dave, listen, you and I have talked about certain teams, and we can't get on certain guys. And honestly, I try not to let it affect me on the show, but it pisses me off. I'm just being honest with everybody. When I try to get something, he doesn't have time, and there's a couple guys and a couple coaches, and I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not, no reason to call anybody out, but, we want to have great relationships with our radio station, and he can do more. Don't bitch about me not talking enough about you when your friggin' coach won't come on. I don't want to hear that shit stuff. Did I catch that, Woody, or no? Did I go too far?
No, not good.
So yeah, man, and Michelle, God bless her. She's one of the sweetest people from the Miami Herald. She's phenomenal. She and her husband both. But I'm sure, as nice as she is, it'd be really nice. I cover you through the good and the bad and the before and now. It'd be really nice if, you sit down with Messi and talk and not just do national stuff or international stuff. So you're right, Woody, from that standpoint. If you're local and you cover this thing through crap games and this, and you go to practices that you really don't even want to go to, I get it. I get it, Woody. I'm not saying you're wrong, Wood. I'm not saying that at all.
Well, it also seems like there's a lack of vision for the future here, because I don't know, unless they have another star lined up to replace Messi.
Well, you're getting into, once again, our personal relationship with them, and I'm not going to do that.
No, that has nothing to do with it. I'm just saying, I don't know.
That
one I really don't care about, Joe.
We used to get calls and.
Oh, no, I don't care about that. I don't. Okay. That really honestly doesn't matter to me. But
all right,
I'm just saying, they do have a future without Messi, and they need to maybe start considering that fact as well. The drop off is going to be significant when he hangs it up.
No.
So I don't know what they're going to do with that.
But you can say whatever you want. But the show is not up for debate. The show that he puts on most nights, and especially as much, usually he's hurt and pulled a hamstring or something sore, or he's playing. He's on a mission, whether it's driven by the World Cup to be on that team and be a big part of it in Argentina. I don't know, only he knows. But I tell you, if I'm the Moss brothers sitting up there with David Beckham whenever he's here, and they're sitting up watching, they got to be saying to themselves, do you think the show is going to be this good with this guy at this point in his life? We open this new stadium. He's playing some of his best soccer he's played with us. Pretty good, pretty good stuff. So I'm not going to sit and just bash what is the best show, most entertaining individual we have in this town. And I don't know if we broke it down completely or not, but yeah, man, I'm talking as a media guy that gets blown off. So anyway, Wood, well, just to get to some of that stuff this morning. We got a lot of stuff to get to here this morning, running a little bit late, but that's what we do. Hey, Malik Washington, wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, and got a brand new coaching staff, got a lot of new teammates. We'll talk to him coming up at 7:00 this morning. And get caught up with everything, including the other Malik that's throwing him the ball, Malik Willis. We'll talk to him about all that stuff at 7:00 this morning. And we got all kinds of other stuff to get to. We'll jump in on the NFL a little bit. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Hey, Woody, man, how about when you found out Giannis might be a little bit different than, might have a little bit of Jimmy Butler in him? How about that one? How about he might have.
Seems a little strong, but I don't know.
Hey, no, man, but planes wait for him, shows up late. Boy, either he was doing that, hey, I'm not really that way. His agent's going, he's not really that way. He just really wanted out of Milwaukee or something.
Well, it's funny how these stories start to pop up, right, when he's trying to make his exit, right?
Hey, man, that was one of his former teammates, brother, or teammates right now. That is a pretty credible guy that everybody likes. That's not – I listen to the guy. And the guy, he was just kind of yeah, I get it, man. He get away with it. Go for it, man. I mean, he wasn't even ripping him. It wasn't even a rip job. It was just yeah, nobody listening to Doc Rivers. And they go, well, anybody specific? Yeah, starting with Giannis. I'm going to be late. I ain't coming. I won't be there.
I'm never going to blame anyone for not respecting Doc Rivers, by the way.
Yeah, I know that. Of course, you changed for that.
I mean,
'cause you
come
don't
on,
like
bro.
Doc. No, you
Doc,
don't like Doc Rivers.
check my resume. Isn't that what he told him?
I think
Remember
they
that
checked
story
it,
leaked out?
and he said, "Check your talent." This is not good enough to win. All right, hey Wood, we got to go to break here, but stay consistent, Woody. This morning, I haven't been with you a while. Try to stay consistent, not do that like guys and dislike some guys, and so it's different rules for different guys. Right now, I want to talk to you about there's one rule, and that's your South Florida Chevy dealers, and they got great looking SUVs that you're going to love, from a Suburban, a Tahoe, a Traverse, an Equinox. Those are my teasers, man. Those are my teasers. Those are the big boys in the midsize. But, boy, I'll tell you what, no matter what you're looking for at your South Florida Chevy dealers, you talk about great products in all 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. But how about the truck family? Man, never a bad time to talk about a great-looking Colorado or Silverado truck with all the power and durability you could ever want. Whether it's a Silverado HD, maybe it's a Silverado EV, or, hey, listen, it could just be the power of the HD or 1500 Silverado. You can never go wrong with power for work full-time. I know a lot of guys up early this morning are saying, hey, man, I work 7 days a week. I need a truck that can work as hard as I do. I don't stop working until the job's done. And I need something strong. I depend on a truck that's strong and durable. We got the truck for you, man. Maybe it's a truck for the whole family, and maybe it's also got to have that Sunday day off where you can take all the toys out and tow them around and enjoy the water, enjoy the Everglades. Man, we got that truck for you. You're absolutely going to love. You got to plan on taking a test drive and sit down and get yourself a great deal at your South Florida Chevy dealers. Visit your local South Florida Chevy dealers today. See for yourself, man. Silverados and SUVs, and even that Corvette will make you take a second look.
If it's going down, you know we on it. If it's going down,
and TuneIn apps.
This report is brought to you by the Casino at Dania Beach. Come rock with Quiet Riot at Stage 954 May 30th. The Casino at Dania Beach has it all. Enjoy new, exciting promotions, the hottest slots, great shows, multiple dining options, live poker, and simulcast. Plus, new members can win up to $5,000 in free play. Join the fun at the Casino at Dania Beach.
Time for your weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. We're at 77 degrees, but we have a 75% chance of rain coming up in the next few hours here, Joe.
All right, Woody. It doesn't matter for me right now, my man. I'm out of the tennis game here till I get back to South Florida. Hey, speaking of a lot of events going on, Woody, if you don't mind going back to the weekend, one of my favorite things, I say this after every major event, is watching the back nine on a Sunday in a major, especially at a PGA championship where they set these golf courses up for these guys to really friggin' struggle. And, we look at going into a Sunday, we always look at, all right, Scotty Scheffler's going to make a move. Nobody's been better. John Rahm, and we start talking about all the top guys, man, right? All these guys going to have a chance and make a run at this thing, and McIlroy and all the other guys in this thing. And a guy named Aaron Rai plays about as perfect a back nine on a Sunday on a difficult course. 4 birdies in the back nine, shoots 5 under, and literally with a couple holes left was watching everybody else play because he knew, sitting there with his wife, doesn't happen very often, had his arm around his wife going, I won this friggin' tournament. I'm going to watch him finish and then make my $3.7 million for this. There were so many cool things about this that I wanted to get to that tie into some of the things we've been talking about. The bitching that goes on at every PGA championship from these guys that know when they play in this tournament, it moves around and it's set up and they don't hide from it. They don't want you shooting 20 under, man. They don't. They want you to win like shooting under par every day, a little bit. That's all they want. And they don't want to hear about pin placement. They don't want to hear about rough, skinny fairways. They don't want to hear about that stuff. It ain't going to change. And there's a lot of wine and cheesing going on there, man. A lot. And then finally, to Bryson DeChambeau, who missed the cut. I'm getting a little tired of Bryson DeChambeau and his, well, if you want me, you got to show me you want me PGA Tour. And then he goes to the Live and tells them, I'll do whatever it takes to make it work here. And meanwhile, maybe you ought to just worry instead of your YouTube page with all your millions of followers and what you're going to be allowed to do and why you don't like the PGA Championship. They're only allowing you to do this or that, and you can't just do your own thing. Maybe you ought to focus on your game, like making the cut if you're supposed to be one of the best players in the world. Because you missed the cut now in the Masters and the PGA Championship. They go, well, it's got a lot on his mind with this Live thing, about ready to cave, and he's trying to stay loyal, and he's wondering what's going to happen next, and does the other tour want him back, and he doesn't think he should be punished because he's a good enough player, and they need him. He has a lot to offer. Now, when you play like that, you don't have anything to offer when you only play on Thursday and Friday. So, I don't know, man. Sometimes, when you're out there and you're the show and you're popular, you still got to be a good player, man. And right now, the last 2 big tournaments that everybody from Live, if you're good enough, and from the PGA Tour and past winners of majors all get to play in these big tournaments. And he was horrible. He was just horrible in this tournament. So anyway, I just thought the Aaron Rice story looked like a great guy, and everybody's talking, man, if there's a guy that can win, this is a great story. But that guy had ice in his veins, man. Putting, hitting the ball down the middle. I mean, just perfection on the biggest 9 holes of a major, the last 9. unbelievable to watch. It truly was just unbelievable to watch. And wanted to make sure I got that in there, man, for all the guys get up early that stayed around to watch and see what was going to happen on Sunday in that tournament. Hey, by the way, besides that, I know the Dolphins got their schedule. And again, to me, it really didn't matter what the schedule was. It was going to be tough. It's going to be tough no matter what, with what has happened with the team since the end of the season and the dead cap space that everybody's getting tired of hearing about and everything else. We're going to have coming up in the show, we're going to talk to Malik Washington, wide receiver going into his third year. Actually had a really good, solid season. He did, especially as a return guy, but also in the offense. He's going to join us. We'll talk a little bit about the team and getting everybody back and new head coach, new offensive coordinator, and a lot of new teammates. So we'll have that coming up for you at 7 o'clock this morning. Just a little less than 30 minutes away. We'll talk to him about all those things. The schedule's an interesting one. How would you like to be sitting there, Woody? Now, I don't think the Dolphins were offended by finding out they're going to be playing all 1 o'clock games, basically. And the games, again, will start 1 o'clock somewhere for most of them. They'll end up being 4 o'clock games if they're on the West Coast. But you got the picture. No international games, no Thursday night, no Sunday night, and no Monday night. And we weren't the only ones that got that treatment. And I see some of the other teams are really offended by this. Listen, man, whether you're the Jets or the Titans or the Raiders, hey, man, that's Arizona. You haven't been very good. This is what happens. And those guys pick games. They want the best games. They're paying a lot of money. They want what they perceive to be the best games. And until you get that star power and the appeal back, you know, the sexiness back that people want, this is what's going to happen. 5 teams. This got to be some kind of record. I didn't look it up. 5 teams will be playing basically Sunday games only. We'll see what happens at the end of the year, but you know, if some of these teams end up being good, they'll get flexed and we'll get a game. But for the most part, the league and all the people that make decisions between all your partners in TV and the league sat down and said, no, thank you to 5 teams. Now we'll pass. We'll take a chance on this team. So now we're just talking during the break. You're going to get a lot of Packers. You're going to get a lot of Bears, Bills, Broncos, Rams, Seahawks. I get it. You're paying a lot of money. You want best games. And Woody, they have spread this out. We got Thanksgiving Eve now. We've got 3 really good games on Thanksgiving. I don't think anybody's going to complain about the Bears and Lions, Eagles and Cowboys, and the Chiefs and the Bills. Are you kidding? Those are great games. And oh, by the way, Black Friday could be a good one too. The Broncos and the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers is back. So yeah, we're not gonna be playing. We're gonna be playing a lot of 1 o'clock games. So our fan base that gonna be watching or going to games, you'll be home for dinner. You'll be home for dinner for a lot of games. No question about that. Anyway, hey Woody, we got to go to break. We got a lot of stuff to get to here this morning as we continue on. Very busy, man, especially when you've been sitting around. All this buildup, Woody, it's terrible stuff to have. It's terrible to be like this. I do want to take a moment this morning to talk about the good and bad of sports. The good is you're out competing and love playing, passionate about certain sports, team and individual sports. And then there's the bad part. When you are active, you know what happens. You get injured. Sooner or later, we all get injured. Doesn't matter. Father time and injuries just happen. There's nothing you can do about it. No matter how good athlete, no matter what size you are, it's going to happen. And Baptist Health South Florida has put together one of the great sports medicine programs we have anywhere in the country. It is one of the best. They've got great facilities. They put together a team of all-star doctors, team doctors, as well as specialists for every part of the body. They've seen everything. There's a reason. Inter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, and the Miami Dolphins all trust those great doctors at Baptist Health South Florida to take care of their teams every day. Specialists for the knee, shoulder, foot and ankle, hand, back, hip and knee replacement, Achilles. I can go on, man. The next time you have an injury, the good news why I'm talking to you right now early in the morning is to tell you, hey, man, with these facilities in Dade and Broward County, including 595 and Pine Island Implantation, all you have to do is visit baptisthealth.net/ortho, and you're going to be able to see those all-star doctors that are so good. They've seen it. They know how to fix it and get you back out playing the sports you love the most.
Let's go.
2025 in the South Florida.
Traffic on WQ.
Americana show with Wiz Khalifa May 27th at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. For your chance to win, you can enter now at WQAM.com/contest. This is a Live Nation show, Joe.
You know, a lot of people didn't know that they're related. It's funny you brought that up.
I found that out yesterday.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. They hang
cousin.
out a little bit when he comes down to do shows. Yeah, I don't think it's a first cousin. I think it's a second.
Are those the ones that can get married in certain places?
That was weird, man. That was a weird one, by the way. That's got people talking. Wait a second. In most states, cousins can marry each other. I haven't met anybody that's done it, but it'd be kind of weird to, like, somebody goes, by the way, they're cousins. Been in love since they were little kids. They were together all the time.
Yeah.
Kind of a
second cousins, right?
second cousins.
Yeah.
So, well, that's weird, but not as weird, you know?
Yeah, a little less weird. Yeah.
Little weird. Not a little different. I got a ton of first and second cousins floating around here in Northern California. Hey, Woody.
Make sure you behave out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I haven't been chasing any of them around now that the wife's back in South Florida.
Good.
No.
Good.
You're good, Woody. Don't worry about that one. Hey, Wood, I do have to ask you, man. So, didn't say much about this morning. So, once again, the Big Ten and the SEC are lifting weights and getting big muscles. And the Big Ten wants 24 teams for the college football playoff. The SEC wants 16, which I prefer. But I'm not trying to generate as much money as possible. And so on top of it, and there's some other issues with it, right? The conference championship games, whether you should have them or not, and how many games are you going to play, and talking about maybe going to one bye week instead of two, that, you know, to keep the guys as healthy as possible, you know, and shorten the season is also important. It's getting too long. It's like an NFL season, too much time between the final regular season game and the playoffs, and there are some things that need to be worked out. And I just and I saw the ACC and Jim Phillips, the commissioner, said he'd like to go to the 24 teams. Wow, Woody, what was just yesterday? I feel like
I thought he wasn't. I thought he didn't want it, and then he did. So Joe, look, I guess at the end of the day, they're just going to do whatever pays the most, right? They're going to get with the TV networks, the partners. Who are pull the strings, and
hey, the goal is the ACC. I'm thinking Jim's going, hey, maybe we get 2 or 3 teams in, and maybe 4, you know, and meanwhile, you know, the bigger conferences are going to get that, and then the question's going to be, these smaller schools are going to get in, but Woody, we saw it last year. They got no shot to win against the big guys that they have to open up when they seed these things.
Were you here when we looked at the rankings, Joe? This might have been Dono who was with us, and we did the rankings. We looked at some of the teams that would have gotten in if it was a 24-team playoff.
Yeah.
And like the ACC would have gotten another team, like they would have gotten Georgia Tech in at 9-3. They were ranked 22nd. You would have gotten Iowa at 8-4. 23rd, you would have had Virginia get in there at 10-3. 9-3 Michigan, 9-3 Arizona, 9-3 USC, 9-3 Texas. You had a lot of 3-loss teams in there.
So all those teams, by the way, because Texas did a little whining. Remember that at the end of the year, they're doing a little whining.
All would have gotten in. Yep.
Notre Dame
no problem.
Did a lot of whining and were mad at everybody, and they would have got in, and they should have.
You saw Georgia Tech and Virginia. They look like teams that should be playing for a national championship at the end of the year.
No.
Okay.
No. But the 24 teams they go to, they're in.
But
right?
if the networks decide that we're going to make more money doing it that way, and that's what they're going to do.
And their thinking is, even if we get blown out in the first game, that money's going to be coming in to our conference or the breakdown. I'm dying to talk to the president of the University of Miami about this topic and find out. I know he's a power broker within the conference, and I'd love to know. He's got great common sense of what works. I think he cares. Obviously, the finances are important. Canes are big players. You saw that. I think everybody had a chance. Woody, I was gone, but had a chance to see that, and it's no surprise, University of Miami spending money now. They're spending money. And by the way, they're not doing anything illegal. It's not when they put that list of the top 10 teams, and there's Miami up there, with Texas A&M and Texas and at Texas, damn near every school in Texas seemed like they're spending money, but all the big guys are in there. And so they're trying to generate as much money, and whoever gets that new athletic director job, that's going to be a big part of that job. I don't know what the latest is on that, but that's going to be a big part of taking that job is going to be the new world of college sports, specifically football, and how to be able to compete against the Joneses at the end of the day. Because
look at the expectations now, Joe. The expectation at Miami for their football team is national championship or bust now.
You saw what Kirk Herbstreit said.
Yeah, I know. That's what it is, man. You came up real close. So
Herbie just said, "Hey,
I'm
hearing Herbie. Herbie's talking to everybody around the league, and he's one of the guys that everybody trusts around college football, and they're going." And I saw it coming, man. When he goes, "Hey, I'm hearing Miami might be the team to beat this year."
Well,
yeah, they're
Joe,
loaded.
You saw Miami practice in the spring. I mean, you saw their schedule. Like there's no question they should be a playoff team. But that's the crazy thing, right? You go from 5 wins to 7 wins and 9 wins and then national championship. So now the expectation is that you're going to end up in that game every year. Fair or not fair, that's going to be the expectation.
Well, if it goes to 24 and we're playing by these same rules right now, I'd be shocked when Miami's not in it, ever.
Yes.
They're with everything they've done. Let me see. Well, you need better facilities. Check. We need to be able to pay our coaches to keep them. Check. Nobody left. Nobody you wanted that you were worried about. You kept your OC and DC. Check. And you go right down. Now we need money for players, high school as well as transfer portal. Check. So, we're going to play the game. This is the way they're playing it. And Miami, this was the number one complaint. Remember, every athletic director, and we won't make a commitment, and and this thing. And I think it was a wake-up call that you can't just win by getting local players, at least the ones they were getting. And Mario's getting them coast to coast. He's getting them all over. And as Mario says, sometimes when I miss them in high school, I never give up on them because there's always a chance they're going to come back home, right? A little homesick, didn't play as much as they thought.
They're free agents every year, so.
Yeah, the free agency. Transfer portal's full of free agencies right now, free agent players that trying to figure out what they're going to do. But, yeah, it's
their expectations are going to be national championship game this year. And anything less than that would be a disappointment. Do you agree?
Listen, man, I like to get a couple of wins in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? I'm guessing, Mario will tell you the same thing probably. We want to get back to that game, and we want to win it.
You got to be playing your best, and they played absolutely by far, starting whatever game you want to go back to. If you want to say Pittsburgh, where they just beat the you-know-what out of them.
Yeah, after the second loss, they started to play a different brand of football.
Got after it. And got better and better and better, and then hit the playoffs and really hit their stride. And they're healthy, stayed pretty healthy, right? A lot of guys weren't missing guys, and so yeah. But
that's a big part of it, right? You got to have the luck of the injuries if you're going to make a run in that thing.
No question.
That's every sport though. You got to have a little bit of luck, right?
Oh, listen, no question about it. Injuries, nobody wants to hear about them when they're your team, but we watch everybody else. And if key guys are not playing and you're playing with backups, especially in the NFL, you're probably in big trouble. All right, hey, listen. Speaking of the NFL, we got Malik Washington, wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, expected to join us in just a few minutes, and we'll talk to him about OTAs and mini camps, as Dolphins will have all that going on over the next few weeks, and we'll talk about everything from the new head coach, the new system, and expectations. All that will be straight ahead. But first, before we get into any of that, it's May and it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and boy, there's no better time to prioritize your well-being. If anxiety and depression is holding you back and you are in a funk and just can't get out of it on your own, and it happens. It happens. Recovery Unplugged mental health residential program in beautiful Fort Lauderdale offers a private, comfortable space to heal. Had a chance to go there and spend some time with Dr. Barry and the staff. Unbelievable. Great. Unbelievable the work they're doing. Watching some of the programs, I tell you, uh, you can take the first step. And if you're ready to get back on the road again and you just need some help, they accept most major insurances. Call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplugged.com. And in the month of May, there's no better time to heal out loud than right now with the work that they're doing to really help you at Recovery Unplugged.
QAM broadcasting live from the Edmore South
Ima! Thanks again for picking me up. Can I hop on?
Quiet Riot at Stage 954 May 30th. The casino at Dania Beach has it all. Enjoy new exciting promotions, the hottest slots, great shows, multiple dining options, live poker, and simulcast. Plus, new members can win up to $5,000 in free play. Join the fun at the casino at Dania Beach.
This is WQAM-FM and HD1 Miramar, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. WQAM-AM Miami, an Odyssey sports station. The home of champions. Home of the five-time national champion Miami Hurricanes. The back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. The three-time NBA champion Miami Heat. Miami Hurricanes basketball. And now, the new home of the two-time World Series winner Miami Marlins.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less than your pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com. Starting with the Marlins, who crushed the Braves 12-0. Game 2 of the 4-game series is today with the first pitch at 4:10. And the game can be heard on 560 AM. Over to the Dolphins, who will continue with OTAs today in Miami Gardens. In the NBA, the Spurs stole Game 1 from the Thunder, 122-115 in double overtime. The Knicks will host the Cavs tonight in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And on the ice, the conference finals are set with Colorado taking on Vegas out west, and Montreal will play the Hurricanes in the East. The Joe Rose Show continues now.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
And it is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale. One location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 Wilmington, Hollywood, and Sheridan, ToyotaofHollywood.com. Joe.
All right, Woody, thank you so much. As you just mentioned, OTAs and mini camps and getting a chance to meet a lot of new teammates going into his third year as wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins. Malik Washington joins us. Malik, good morning, brother, and thanks for joining us. How you doing?
Good morning, man. Happy to be here.
Well, I appreciate you joining us. Hey, I think this is a great opportunity for you, man, with everything going on. I just hope as you take a bigger role as a receiver, I don't want to lose you as a return guy, man. You just had a great year. Is that still priority one for you? Is that still something you want to do, or would you like to just kind of focus on being a receiver?
Of course, man. I think for me, it's trying to play all roles, trying to be the jack of all trades, development still as a return man, and then continuing my development as a receiver and putting up big numbers in both areas. I think this year could be really big for me if I just keep my head down and keep working on it.
Hey, Malik, before we get to the offense and your new teammate who and your new quarterback, 1,200 yards in returns kind of quietly, with everything going on and not winning enough games last year. But as a return guy, I just thought the amount of tackles you broke and staying on 74-yard punt return and everything else.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy the punt return more than the kickoff, or you enjoy both of them? Are they both still a lot of fun for you?
I will say the kickoff returns, you take a lot of bigger hits on kickoff returns, so that's always tough. But any chance you get to just flip the field, any chance you get to just put the offense in a good position, make plays, make guys miss, break tackles like you mentioned, I think is a fun time. So I kind of really enjoy both. I just love having the ball in my hands, really.
Yeah. Hey, Malik, speaking of having the ball in your hands, the rule changes. So we sit up there, and they're going, hey, man, we put in all these new rules for the kickoff and kickoff return, and we think it's going to help the safety. I hear more, though. I could shut my eyes that I hear if one guy and sometimes two guys completely whiff on blocks, you guys got running guys directly and you're trying to put a move on them. And, sometimes they guess right. Some of the collisions, do you feel safer back there with the new rules, or is it still, a lot of guys getting paid to tackle you?
I mean, I definitely think it's tough. You're going to get hit hard. It's kind of you already know it. Like, unless you're going to break one, I mean, you're going to probably get hit pretty hard. That's why I think it just takes, some tough players to be back there, some fast, smart, physical players in order to do kick return nowadays. Obviously, there's a less distance, and they're a little bit closer. It's harder for the blocks, and it's harder for return men to really break loose. But when you do break loose, it's a good play.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you tell people? Like, so I got old school guys go, just play the old system. Why do we have to put the rule, the ball's on the 25, the 30, the 40? Like, I don't even know where the ball's supposed to be. What do you tell everybody when you hear that?
Well, the issue that we had then was kickers were so good. They were just kicking it out of the back of the end zone, and there was no penalty for it. And now it's just offensive defense, and you kind of took that element out of the game. And now, it's almost inevitable that there will be a return. There will be kick returns. There will be opportunities. And I think it just makes the game more interesting to watch. It makes it more fun when there's not just a play eliminated from the game. So I think it's a good opportunity for me. I think it's a good opportunity for a lot of guys in the league who just want to have the ball in their hands, and that's their opportunity to do so. So, I love the new kickoff rules. I love the opportunity. And I don't think we're going to go back.
Listen, I don't want to lose the kickoff and kickoff return. I think it's a big, big part and the most important thing to start a football game with. So I'm with you on that one. Hey, Malik, you had a big role offensively with the 46 catches and even getting some carries on some trick plays from last year. Now, all of a sudden, you got a new offensive coordinator, a new head coach, a whole bunch of new teammates, a lot of young guys on this team.
Yeah.
I'm just curious for you, Jeff Hafley, what have you kind of picked up from him in the first few months of being around him?
I'd say, man, he's a smart coach. He knows what he's talking about. He understands all levels of football. He understands every position. He's able to teach you different things, and you'll sometimes look at, he's a defensive head coach, but he sits in those offensive meetings and he's helping and he's figuring it out. And he's helping coach everybody on the team, and that's what I really love. Obviously, he's just a good person to meet with, very personable, always there in the morning to say good morning, always there to talk to us. He doesn't feel out of reach, man. I've loved Coach Hafley so far.
Yeah, no. Listen, it's a fresh start for all you guys. It looks like a lot of you treating this camp, even though you're kind of the veteran of the group now, going into year 3 and been here. They drafted some guys. They brought in some free agent receivers. Open competition is that how you're treating it? I got to shine from day one.
Oh no doubt. I think in the room right now we have a collection of guys who are pretty much new, and we're all getting to know each other. We're all filling each other out, and we're all trying to work together to make each other better. And so I think it's a really healthy competition. It's a really healthy room right now. But obviously there's some guys who've been in the league for a few years, and there's some guys who just now getting into the league. So right now it's just learning. It's a learning curve for the young guys. It's a learning curve for the new guys coming in with a new offense. And it's a learning curve for me as I experience a new offense coordinator, a new receiver coach. This will be my 3rd receiver coach in my 3 years. So it's just everything's pretty much new, and we're all just treating it, as such, and learning. And hopefully by camp, we're all gelling together and we're making things work.
Malik, I have heard nothing but great things about Malik Willis. I really have, from everybody that you're with him, and he's throwing to you every day, and you guys are getting together. Tell me what you've seen from Malik Willis besides the fact strong arm and he can run as well as any quarterback in the league.
Yeah, you won't hear me tell you anything different from what everybody else is saying, man. He's, like you said, strong guard. He can run. He's different. Obviously everybody talks about the person he is, but just the football knowledge and like how much he loves the game. You can really see it pour out into how he lives his everyday life, what he does, how much he's, honing in on the film, how much he wants to get extra reps, how much he wants to talk to us about different things we might have got right or we might have got wrong. There's just a love of the game from Malik that, everybody in the building loves. I personally love because I also love the game as much as he does. So I think for him to just come in and embrace us and us to embrace him is going to be great for Miami Dolphins.
Malik, have they talked about using you inside and outside as you're kind of learning in this new offense?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, and this is the same thing I said when I was coming out of college, I'm a football player, and as long as, I'm being utilized, as long as I'm getting the ball in my hands, I think I can make, anything happen. So whether it's inside, outside, wherever they decide to place me, wherever they decide to use me, I'm going to make the best of it.
Malik, help me out, because I get this all the time, and I'm not around it, and you're there all the time starting to get an idea of what it's going to look like with, all the veterans and the free agents and the draft class and everything else. Hey, how good do you think this team's going to be? What do you tell people about expectations with this group, Malik?
Man, I really don't like it. I think expectations only set you up to either be disappointed or something down the line. I think we just take each day at a time. We allow, the new team to grow and develop. We allow the new organization, the new people in office to grow and develop. And we see the product that happens on the field year after year after year. And we just look at that gradual growth, because I promise there will be gradual growth. This year, there'll be gradual growth as we go into next year, and so on and so forth. So, don't get away with the expectations and just live every day and allow every day to come to you, and attack that day as it comes.
Has the message from Jeff Hafley pretty much been there's going to be a lot of open competition from OTAs to mini camps right into summer camp?
I think Coach Hafley, he's recognized that the guys are here to make the team. At the end of the day, we don't really care about much but being on that 53-man roster. So I think he knows that. He's really embraced competition. We're competing in indie drills. We're competing as a team. We're competing as an offense. We're always competing in our day-to-day business. So he knows. There's competition. We know there's only 53 spots at the end of the day, so everybody's embraced it.
Hey, Malik, I got to tell you, man, getting all that experience last year, not that you want to see other wide receivers get hurt, but you took a bigger role in the offense. That's got to really help your confidence going into this season. And I've already heard Jeff Hafley say a lot of nice things about you. Got to feel pretty good as one of the young leaders of this team.
Yeah, dude. I got to embrace my role. I got to do what I got to do. Obviously, last year I had a chance to catch a few balls, but I think there was so much more on the table for myself and for my production and who I know I am as a football player. So I'm excited to see what this year brings.
Hey, I got to ask you this, man. It was great seeing you with the DCC and on the board. I think it's awesome, man. We're heavily involved in it, myself and a lot of my buddies for the alumni group. Talk about being involved in the amount of money and what it's doing for cancer research.
Yeah, I think ability to utilize my platform and be a part of something that's so much bigger than me, to impact lives, to impact families, and all those that have been affected by cancer in the past, just to be able to raise that money and help.
Malik,
impacted. And
Malik, I'm sorry there, man. We lost you a little bit there, bud. So, hey, man, thank you for being on. I appreciate it, and good luck, and we'll see you out there at the OTAs and mini camps. Thank you.
Of course, see you there.
All right, Malik Washington joining us this morning. Lost him for a second there, talking a little bit. It's great having him with the DCC as a board member and being involved. I love when the guys on the team get involved in stuff in our community. He's as you can tell, the guy's first class, man. He is first class and as smart as they come. I wasn't sure how to ask a guy really smart that picks things up real quickly, because I was the exact opposite, like how smart he is. But you kind of got that picture of quality that he is. Hey, anyway, I want to thank Malik for joining us this morning to talk a little bit about the Dolphins as they get set for OTAs and everything else going on. Hey, we've got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning. We've been all over the board this morning. If Game 7s don't get you excited, you missed. Boy, I tell you what, something's wrong. If you like hockey and the NBA, last night gave you one great show and just incredible. And we'll have you get more on that coming up here in this 7 o'clock hour. We'll talk more about it. First, though, I do want to talk about Chev, the CEO, and the man behind the scenes. When you talk about Impact Windows Doors, boy, they just do a great job. I'm talking about Loctite Impact Windows Doors and Roofing. No interest, no payments for a year, 100% financing, 0 down, and doing great work. You need a new roof. Hey, hurricane season's right around the corner. They do tile, shingle, metal flat. They do it all. And by the way, if you just need repairs and you're going to try to make it through another year, they have roofing repairs they do. You can call them anytime. They'll take care of that. Impact windows as low as $6 per month per window installed. Don't wait for the next storm. No, Loctite is ready to go. They cover all of South Florida for you. They do it all. Once you sign, they do all the permits, HOA approvals. They do it all from start to finish. Can't say enough. The official Dolphins windows and doors partner, and ready to make sure you have a great experience with Chev and his team at Loctite. Hey, all you have to do is don't wait for the next storm. Visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, LoctiteImpact.com, or call 954-500-LOCK. They'll take great care of you.
Traffic on
on FM 104.3, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
All right, it is time for your weather report brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. And, Joe, these storms are rolling in at the moment here, it appears, as there's a 75% chance of rain in the area at the moment.
Yeah.
Sorry to report.
Welcome to the summer, bro.
Yeah.
In case you haven't lived here for the last 40 years, going to be a lot of afternoon thunderstorms and a lot of rain. That's going to be part of the program. By the way, Woody, my God, man, Game 7s, I know sometimes they end up being really bad, like Detroit played just god-awful against Cleveland. But then last night, you get Game 1 that was unbelievable in the Western Conference Finals. And then on top of that, Montreal and Buffalo, Game 7, unbelievable. Canadians in overtime. Those games, I mean, if you like hockey in the NBA, for San Antonio to go on the road and beat Oklahoma City, and Oklahoma City came back, I went, they're going to win. They're going to find a way to win, and San Antonio's going to waste it. Wembanyama would not let them lose. 41 points, 24 rebounds, and played 49 minutes. No more time to rest. Now you play the guys. And 22 years old, Woody, there's a guy really good for business right there. Speaking of good for business, this guy is really going to be great for business. When he comes to your city, you're going to want to watch this guy play. He is a physical freak with skill set is crazy. Knocking down, he hit a 3 from downtown last night. You'll see on the highlights, was just incredible. And then just the whole thing last night, Montreal and Buffalo, that series was just fantastic. Just unbelievable. So got that. And then the Braves come in smoking hot. The Marlins beat them 12-zip last night. Nice start there. Max Meyer really pitching well. Got his ERA under 3 again. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, and got a lot of run support. So a lot of good stuff. Got more games coming up. Tampa Bay and Atlanta, the last 2 series, as good as there is in baseball right now, with the way Tampa Bay been a great story in baseball. Atlanta also missing a couple of key guys, 32-16, and Marlins, they didn't care about that last night. All right, so anyway, besides that, we've always got a little drama going on, and, battles, and players say stuff, and then at the other end, people go after them when they say things that people don't like. And this thing with Stephen A. and Jaylen Brown right now, Woody, has been very entertaining. Very, very entertaining.
It's very embarrassing for Jaylen Brown, isn't it?
Well, let me ask you a question. First of all, it seems to me Jaylen Brown has never been real popular with a lot of the players in the league. Do you agree with that? He kind of looks like he's kind of off the side and not one of the big fraternities in the league. Just seems like that to me watching Jaylen Brown play. But go ahead. What do you have to say, Woody?
Well, no, I mean, I do get that vibe about Jaylen Brown, but Joe, like, this guy's made almost $300 million, or you made 235, whatever. Like, you win, man. Like, just go enjoy your offseason. Why do you? And I thought his comments after the season were ridiculous as well. Like, he's talking about it's the most fun he's ever had in a season. Yeah, because Jason Tatum missed the whole year.
Yeah.
Like, well, how did you think people were going to read into? Like, just go away, go on vacation. You win.
Agree. Totally agree.
You're going to be fighting with Stephen A. Smith.
Well, and then it
Like, he just sounds like an idiot.
I don't know how much. I don't know what the relationship is with Tatum and Brown.
Well, it doesn't seem good. I mean, if you look at what the guy said, like, it just
Tatum
doesn't.
came back earlier than he probably should have. He still helped them, but he wasn't the Jason Tatum we're used to seeing. I think we all agree with that. But it was a weird comment. It was a weird comment, and I just feel like Brown feels like he doesn't get the respect from the rest of the league, and it bothers him. I think he's played number 2 fiddle on that team.
So ask Tatum. Out of there. So ask out if you really want out.
Well,
you want to be the number 1 dog somewhere else. Ask out. I mean, he can get out of there. I'm sure he can get out of there real easy, Joe. There'll be quite a market for him.
Oh, no, he's a hell of a player. I mean, he's top 5 or 6 player in the league this year.
Best player on that team. Yep. He would certainly have an easy time getting somewhere else.
But he can't help himself. Usually when you play like that, you really don't have to say anything, to your point.
But then to respond after, like, so Joe, I have the audio if you want to hear. Like, this is him.
Go ahead.
So he went on Twitch and he's responding to all the comments that Stephen A made about his comments, saying it was the best season he ever had.
And get off these networks, because you're not using your platform to do real journalism. You're using your platform to use clickbait, tell this motherfucker to retire, because he's the face of clickbait media at the point. And maybe with his retirement, we could spark a movement to get the rest of these motherfuckers out of here, or to also have some type of forget journalistic integrity, actual integrity, in order to hold themselves accountable to the bullshit takes they put out with no basis, no bias, no information, just narrative, just for the sake of just pushing a weak narrative, just purely out of that. I'll give it up. I'll pass streaming. I'll sign some streamers or some shit. I'll you know what I mean? It ain't a big deal. Y'all ain't never heard from me before this. Think about it. I don't do no media, no podcasts. I don't do none of that. I barely post on social media. But the fact is that my obligation is to, as an athlete, I'm obligated to speak to the media. It's my job. Like, he thinks the media is his job, and so is it's my job too. It's in my contract. If I do not speak to the media, then I will be fined. So when they use that comparison where it's my job, it's your job to play basketball, it's also my job to speak to the media. It is also my job to speak to the media. I get fined if I don't.
So he goes on and on from there, by the way.
Yeah.
F Stephen A. I mean, it was a 5-6 minute, just, a rant of, how much he hates Stephen A. and the clickbait media. And
well, you know what I'd really like to know? Because I Stephen A. being in the middle of this, but congratulations, he did it again. But I'd like to know what his relationship is with Tatum. I think everybody, like, you see them kind of high five each other during timeout, and and they're and I don't expect those guys to be best friends. Obviously, both guys want to be the number 1 guy and want to take the last shot and want to, and Tatum, hey, listen, before this injury, Tatum was right up there as one of the top 5 or 6 players in the league. And but I'd love to know. So does Jaylen Brown pick up the phone and go, hey, man, I just want to tell you that's not what I meant by it. It's just that.
Well, so Joe, it's funny, like you would say that. So Stephen A, obviously is going to respond to this, and I don't know how you take this, essentially like threatening to leak out stuff about Jaylen Brown. So here's what Stephen A said.
But in the end, Jaylen Brown, be careful what you wish for. You really want me to start reporting on that level? You understand? Locker room, how the organization might think about you, how the city may feel about you, how Jason Tatum may or may not have feel about you, sneaker deals, endorsement deals, the list goes on and on. The season is over, bro. You on Twitch trying to do what I do and talking about me needing to step away. It makes no sense. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm simply making the point that it is not wise, after 24 hours of having your season over in the first round, for you to be coming out talking about that's your favorite season. It ain't the smartest thing in the world to do. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I was trying to sit up there and look out by letting you know this is not a good look. It's not wise. That's all. And I would have respected Jaylen Brown more, Big Perk, Jay, had he come at y'all, had he come at everybody who said exactly what I was saying. But evidently, you understand, when you're talking about clickbait and all of that stuff, somebody told you one of the best ways to get it is to bring up my name. And that's what you did. So who's really looking for clickbait? Is it me or is it you? And obviously, you would think you wouldn't need it. $304 million, NBA player. You don't need it. What you doing it for?
By the way, you got a little ego fine from Stephen A coming out, right? About he couldn't help himself. There's been I've noticed Stephen A's been coming out with a little bit more ego here.
Yeah, you
in
noticed
recent days since he got that new contract.
Yeah, a little bit of a clown act from Stephen. Like Stephen A's act is so over the top, right? Like, what is he threatening to do? Is he threatening to ruin this guy because he knows a bunch of stuff? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, no. He was basically saying, I got a lot of stuff I haven't said about you.
Yeah, the city
stuff
hates
that's
you.
happening in the locker room.
The organization hates you. Yeah, everyone hates you. I'm holding back.
You need to stop.
Stephen A is an idiot too, but like Jaylen Brown wins, man. Like, just go on vacation. What are you doing?
He's right, man.
And they were right about his comments. They were dumb comments to make the day after to say that you had the most, it was your favorite season you've ever had.
Yeah, but
because obviously people are going to read into it that your guy wasn't there.
But it was his because he got to be the guy.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to say that out loud.
I know, but I'm just saying. I when he said it, I thought the same thing. But I mean, I was like, yeah.
That's like Scottie Pippen coming out and saying my favorite season was the one when Jordan was playing baseball. That's the equivalent.
Right. No, you're right. Same thing, except they couldn't win. Couldn't win without him. And listen, Jason Tatum injured. We never hear from him. He's staying out of this thing right now. But Brown, he did. He got to be the number one guy, and he had a great season. And that team, that team wasn't supposed to do what they were able to do in the regular season, right? I don't know what they end up winning. They're 50-something games, but they end up having a hell of a season. And he's a big part of it. He's good defensively and scored. But, yeah, it did look like when you hear those comments like, uh-oh, maybe things aren't so good with Tatum and Brown.
I never understood players going after guys like Steve, like guys who just go on TV and spit out like whatever it is that, that they're thinking, or most of the time I'm guessing a lot of the stuff is fed to them by producers anyway. Right. But like, I never understood athletes wasting their time, Joe.
I got to tell you something, though, Woody. I just want to say this. I think a lot of guys, when he said that, I think when he first said that, it was not a shot at Jason Tatum. It's one of those that kicks in like, I've done it. Where you say something and go, holy crap. Hey, man, I didn't mean it the way it came out, dude. I'm sorry about that. I was just talking about more of me just kind of showing that, I could be a frontline guy, but I did not mean it, the way it came out. But people are going to do that, Woody. And the problem is now when you do say something like that, I'm giving the guy the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but you know how this story goes away, Joe? He goes on vacation. He doesn't need to respond online.
No, that's true.
Like you have to be bigger than that. This is like when a Dolphins player turns around and yells at Omar Kelly while he's taking the practice field. Like, come on, man. What are you doing?
Oh, no. Omar's the big winner in that. I always say that. When those
guys and Stephen A wins this battle all day.
Yeah.
It's great for Stephen A's business. It's all he wants.
Oh, no.
If this guy responds publicly, it's the perfect scenario for him.
No question. No question about
it. He wins.
This is the business he's in, and he got somebody sucked in that went after him, and now you just played it. I'm guessing there's probably 50 to 100 other sports radio stations all over the country that are doing the same thing, right?
What do you think they're saying in Boston? I wonder how that thing's going over there.
God, are you kidding?
And they choked that series away.
But
that's got to be an unpleasant situation.
If you're, let's step back. If you're a Boston Celtics fan, if you're a fan, you want those guys to hug and make up and make sure everything's good and have them both back 100% because they give you the best chance, starting with that 1-2 punch to win the East every year.
According to Stephen A., the organization doesn't like him either, or the city. So
okay,
he's just been holding back.
Well, they could get rid of him real quickly, and I know a team that probably be really interested in him. It starts with the numbers 305. You wouldn't want Jaylen Brown on this team in a heartbeat?
I think most. Yeah, of course I'd take Jaylen Brown. And all he's got to do is ask to get out of there if he wants to be the number one guy somewhere.
Well, why?
By the way, this would be a great spot for him. Bam will back off.
Why would they get
Bam won't be the number one guy in this team. You want to bring a guy like Jaylen Brown in?
Jaylen Brown,
he'd be great here.
27, 28 points a game right here, defend, and
he'd have the Heat out of the play-in tournament.
Well, why would they get rid of him? Just because of
well, if it can't work, it can't work, Joe. I don't know what the situation is in Boston, but Stephen A. was not even hinting at, Joe. He was basically
you
saying,
can't let Stephen A. break your team apart by his stuff that he may or may not know.
No,
you need to work it out. You do strong management and strong front office take care of that stuff. Hey.
But I do think Stephen A.
has each other. They need each other, or they're going to be what they were last year.
You're right, but to an extent, though, Stephen A. does have good sources, obviously, right? I'm sure he talks to people, and I'm sure he has a decent enough idea of what's going on there. I don't think he just comes in and makes crazy crap up.
No, I didn't say that.
And I agree, very clownish, by the way. All the people that are calling him a clown, and threatening Jaylen Brown like that. Yeah, it's the whole thing's like a pathetic move.
Well, at the end,
but
Stephen
that's his business.
But Stephen A. is he can tell you look at I am the man, and I you don't want me to do what I can do, and
And Jaylen Brown, by the way, if you like those big fat ass checks you keep getting, you may want to lay off ESPN. Your partners over here are the reason you're getting that check.
Hey, by the way, while you're doing that, I gladly give him that contract. He can come down here and play in the Heat culture with talent. All right, hey Woody, we got to go to break here, man. We got
the damn media, Joe.
Yeah, it's always
they're always out to get it.
By the way, Jaylen Brown would like it down here.
I'd take Jaylen Brown in a minute. I have no idea if what Stephen A. is saying is accurate. I'm guessing there's something to it.
You break those two up, you're gonna be rough. You're not winning anything. You need both those guys.
They would get something in return, obviously.
And if I'm ownership or management, I am getting those guys together, give them a little time off this offseason, and making sure you don't have to love each other.
Yeah, but if I'm the Heat, I'm still calling. Say, hey, is there any truth to these guys hating each other?
Oh, of course they are. Yeah. By the way, one thing kind of always forgotten, general manager's job, whether things are really good or really bad, and Chris Greer actually made me aware of this. You're going to talk to everybody all the time. You're talking to the other GMs all the time. Hey, what about this? You're joking, right? But you're staying in touch. And with the thought, hey, we might be interested. You got something we might want back. And those conversations. So
Tyler Hero fit beautifully up there.
Look at that. First one of the morning.
No, I mean, you wouldn't make that
there
trade?
You go. Are you kidding? We're going to give a lot more than Tyler Hero.
Yeah, Tyler Hero and some other scraps, and we're good to go.
Tyler Hero and a lot more to get Jaylen Brown. Whatever.
Well, it depends how disgruntled he is.
Well, and we can talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, too, who just doesn't talk as much. All right. Hey, we got to go to break. We got Atlantic Men's Clinic, ED and Low T messing with you right now. Energy level, not where it needs to be. Sex drive, gone. Hi, my name's Joe Rose, and I had them both. And it was terrible. It was terrible. Oh, my God. Only thing that made me feel really good, I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic. I set up that first appointment. I got all the testing done, the PSA test. I met with their professional staff, and they explained to me that sooner or later it happens to every guy. And I go, what? Every guy? It made me feel better, know that that I hope it happens to people listening, but it is going to happen. It's going to start with low T, where you're tired all the time and drained and can't figure out why you don't have any energy at all. And then it leads into ED, which is bad. And it means bedroom has officially shut down for enjoyment with you and your wife or girlfriend. And if you're going through it right now, Atlantic Men's Clinic can put you on a program with all that testing, the PSA test. the test dose if needed, and they'll put you on a program. They'll say, hey, you want to do this? Because you're getting ready to get great results, and I mean super fast. That's what they do. With 7 locations in South Florida to serve you, I go to the Plantation location once a week. And, oh, by the way, they got a brand new location in Hollywood for you, too. That's really easy to get to. 877-455-7300. The best thing you can do is set up that first appointment and listen to the folks at Atlantic Men's Clinic, professional, going to put you on a program that's perfect for you to get great results, and I mean quickly. Visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Atlantic Men's Clinic, it works, guys.
Intimacy to both you and the
U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and
Also, back up out of Broward, an accident at Oakland Park Boulevard West at Rock Island Road that has a right lane blocked. That's traffic. I'm Aliyah Escobar on FM 1043, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
This report is brought to you by the Casino at Dania Beach. Come rock with Quiet Riot at Stage 954 May 30th. The Casino at Dania Beach has it all. Enjoy new, exciting promotions, the hottest slots, great shows, multiple dining options, live poker, and simulcast. Plus, new members can win up to $5,000 in free play. Join the fun at the Casino at Dania Beach.
You're listening to The Joe Rose Show. This hour is brought to you by Baptist Health.
And now, it's time for Hollywood's headlines. Without further ado, here's Hollywood.
All right, Woody. What do you have for us this morning?
All right, Joe. We had a really weird one in baseball last night. Did you see what happened to the A's and their pitcher JT Ginn? He had a no-hitter and a 1-0 game going into the 9th inning, and ended up giving up a 2-run walk-off homer.
Boy, did you set that
Yeah.
up. Oh, my gosh.
So a guy gets on base to, gets a base hit to get on base and break up the no-hitter, and then some guy hit a walk-off shot on him. So kind of a sad ending, too. Guy had like a career night, career strikeouts, almost had the no-hitter.
He didn't even get the win. It's like, all right, I didn't get no-hitter, but I got the win. No, you didn't get either.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Tough one. All right, Joe. If you are interested in keeping Live Golf alive, they are currently seeking to raise up to $250 million from new investors. They said that they can eventually get this thing profitable. I don't know exactly how that happens. I don't know, man. Someone's got too much money. I don't know. It says they give 20 months, Joe, to give them up to get the profitability. Just give them 20 months. We'll get there.
Wow. That tour's got a lot of dead weight on it, too. The Phil Mickelsons of the world just can't.
Is Phil Mickelson still golfing?
Yeah, well, he's been out. He's got
Is he hurt?
stuff. No, it might be. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't either.
I started to speculate on that. But
yeah, probably best you don't. It says, Joe, they could bank on rising team values and a new media rights deal, and
I'm selfish. I just want all the best players playing on one tour. I want them to get everything worked out. I want the guys I like and don't like all playing against each other. I like when I'm out there and I don't like somebody that I'm just not a big fan of a guy, and he hits one in the water, and and then the guy you like makes a birdie. I like that. That's part of sports.
Okay. All right, Joe. This is a weird one here, so I'm just going to I'll give you a warning before we get to this. So Tyson Fury's 16-year-old daughter, her name is Venezuela, married a boxer. 16-year-old married another boxer here, Joe, who is 18. They had the wedding on Saturday.
Yeah.
They the parents had to sign off on this, obviously.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's
16, yeah.
I don't know if illegal would be the right word, but anyway, yes, so they did sign off on it. Remember the cousin or whatever that fought Jake Paul? He no-showed to this thing. Did not attend, said he's in training or whatever for another fight. Tommy Fury did not make it out to the wedding here, but there you go, man. How's that one for a weird one, Joe?
I don't know.
I don't even know you need to comment on that one, but
I know. I actually watched that show. They have their show now.
they have a show.
Yeah, Tyson Fury's got his show.
Oh.
He and his family.
Okay.
Yeah, when he retired and the whole thing, and little different, you know.
How do you feel about his 16-year-old getting married there?
That's very that's weird. That's weird. I don't know how else to say that. Yeah, you sign off on a 16-year-old getting. Hey man, marriages are hard enough when you're in your mid-20s to 30s, and I can't imagine. Good luck at 16 and 18 once you get past that little puppy love there for a while.
Yeah. All right, Joe. How's this for another wedding story? So A.J. Brown got married. You know who notably was not in attendance at this wedding?
Oh, who?
That would be Jalen Hurts.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So he has known A.J. since high school. He is the godfather to A.J.'s daughter. Did not make it, Joe. So it's unclear if he was even invited.
Oh, yeah.
Any thoughts on that one?
I've never felt like, they go, brothers fight and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. And did not think that relationship was good. I did not think that was going in the right direction. I did. It was more than just two guys are very competitive, but love each other and they're brothers and all that stuff. Everybody tries to sell us. I never felt good last year about that relationship and forcing him the ball and, the offense. And, just that thing looked broken. That relationship between quarterback and wide receiver, not the first time it's happened. We could do a full show on quarterback, wide receiver relationships that were broken. Yeah. I don't want to.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
please.
It started.
What do you got?
Oh, a bunch of them. Anyway, go ahead, Woody. What else you got?
All right, Joe, our last one here this morning. If you are not able to afford World Cup tickets and you still would like to give FIFA some of your money, they have opened up a store in Miami Beach, an official store here, Joe, where it looks like they will sell overpriced T-shirts and hats and whatever the hell else.
Does it say on the store overpriced?
Like
everything else, we're FIFA. We're looking to screw you.
So 7 News was out there, and it says that their cameras captured a line of people outside the door ahead of the opening.
I'm sure the shirts are cool, right?
I mean, I don't want one.
Well, I can't go by you.
Not giving.
A lot of people are going to want that stuff, and they're going to pay for it.
I'm sure they will.
We got to go get a shirt and then go home and watch it on TV.
What are people lining up for this stuff for? We did a story, by the way, I want to say yesterday. There was like a stampede at Aventura Mall over these new watches that came out.
What kind of watch?
It's so Swatch, the company that makes like the cheap watches, partnered with a company that makes really expensive watches. Yeah. And it's actually, you would appreciate this because you're old. It's a pocket watch. I don't know if you used to wear one of those in your day, but
in the 1800s, that's what we used to do in early 1900s. That was.
But no, it's actually that's what it is. It's a pocket watch.
Oh,
and people with they don't want the watch, they just want to sell it. There was like a stampede, and they had to close the store. It was like a whole situation.
Somebody was buying them though.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I waited in line at a 5 and Below for a stress relieving dumpling, like a squishy dumpling ball.
Yeah.
Because those are like very, very popular with the kids apparently. So we showed up there. I had to wait in line to be able to purchase one of these things.
How long did you wait in line for?
I wasn't a long line, but it was long enough where it was embarrassing. But
you got great patience, Woody. You got great patience. I always tell you that as a father. You got great patience.
There was an altercation at the store I was at. Some guy actually shoved one of the people working there.
Well, you got to have somebody's going to.
Just chaos, man.
Yeah.
People going after all these items. Just absolute chaos.
Yeah. No patience, man.
No.
Patience pills.
You're better off just paying triple for it on eBay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got 8 o'clock hour coming up here, Woody. We've got more to get to. We got some messy stuff going on here in South Florida. We got to get figured out, Woody. We got to figure this out between Messi and some of his fans. Here, we got to get this thing taken care of. We'll talk a little bit about that when we come back. But first, I want to talk about keeping your house nice and cool. Boy, I'll tell you what, if you've had a bad experience in the air conditioning industry, it's officially starting to get hot. You know what happens. You run the you-know-what out of your air conditioning unit. They break down. You got to make decisions. Is it old? Do I need a new one? It's just everybody's had a disaster when it comes to an air conditioning company. Well, I want to tell you about President Melissa De Verona. Yes, at Chill Zone Air Conditioning, they do things a little bit differently. Starting with the president takes all the calls that come in. She takes them. And she answers them, and she sends experienced crews out to take care of all your problems. When they say a certain time, they're going to be out there at a certain time. When they say this is the problem, they know. They've got experience and knowledge to know exactly what the problem is. If you're not happy with the air conditioning companies you've been dealing with, it happens. It happens a lot. Call 786-378-2778. Tell them you heard it right here on 104.3 WQAM. It's chillzoneac.com to learn more about them. Stay chill with Chill Zone Air Conditioning. I will tell you this, cover all of South Florida, whether you need a new air conditioning unit, repairs on the air conditioning unit that you have, or any other duct cleaning or any other kind of work. Chill Zone AC can do it for you. Family owned and operated, ready to make sure you got a great experience, and you'll be dealing directly with President Melissa De Verona, ready to make sure you have a great experience. And if you're ready to try something new and make that change, Chill Zone AC is for you.
Miramar, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. WQAM Miami, an Odyssey sports station. The home of Joe Rose with Hollywood, Tobin and Leroy, and Hawk Crowder and Solana. South Florida sports lives here.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less your Pricito Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com. Starting with the Marlins, who crushed the Braves 12-0. Game 2 of the 4-game series is today with the first pitch at 4:10 from Lone Depot Park. The game can be heard on 560 AM. Over to the Dolphins, who will continue with OTAs today in Miami Gardens. In the NBA, the Spurs stole Game 1 from the Thunder, 122-115 in double overtime. The Knicks will host the Cavs tonight in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And on the ice, the conference finals are set with Colorado taking on Vegas out west. Montreal will play the Hurricanes in the East. Time for weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate. And Joe, we have some rain in the forecast here today, about a 75% chance of rain. How you doing out there?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. There's just so much going on. And last night, kind of a reminder why you like the playoffs, right? And love seeing good games. We don't get them all the time. You never know, right? Watch Detroit and Cleveland, and just awful. Detroit just was terrible. But then last night, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, Game 1, Western Conference Finals. Unbelievable game. Obviously, maybe the two best teams in basketball. Just going back and forth, double overtime. San Antonio gets Game 1 in Oklahoma City, and Wembanyama was just incredible. 41 points. 24 rebounds in 49 minutes. And then if you're watching hockey, you got a Game 7, Montreal and Buffalo. What a wild game. They played it into overtime. So a lot of good things. And then the Marlins go, hey, we're not impressed with the Braves having the best record in baseball. And they get 12-0 win last night. So a lot of good stuff going on in sports. Hey, I want to get back to this other story. That it got so serious, Dave Hyde even wrote about it at the Sun Sentinel. It has to do with the messy man at Inter Miami, 2-0 victory over Portland. And some fans, I didn't know this was going on. Woody made me aware of it yesterday. Now, see a lot of people talking about it. Messi not having it with some of the fans that have decided they're going to give him the quiet treatment at the game. Phil Messi has failed to acknowledge them at the games. Which, honestly, when you hear the story for the first time, like, what? What are you talking about? Like, just from the outside sounds pretty dumb. It really does. Like, what do you mean? That, like, he's not spending enough time with you at the game? He's not running over and jumping in the stands to hang out with you? So this guy is, again, the best player in hockey, best player in soccer. He's making a lot of money. He's playing at a super high level right now. I know the MLS is not the best soccer league there is. I understand that. I've seen some of the Premier League. We were over there and saw Real Madrid and what they're all about and how good they are. We get that there's other leagues in different countries and places that have much better overall soccer. It looks like Messi's getting ready for a World Cup run again. Wants to do it one more time with Argentina. He has been all the entertainment you could ever want and more. He plays, and he plays at a high level for a guy 38 years old. He wants to be great. He's not just collecting checks. The guy still wants to make sure that when he goes on the field, he's the best player. Can't you just enjoy the show and not worry about all the other stuff, like whether – it just sounds weird, Woody. He doesn't acknowledge us. Like, All right.
Well, it seems like an easy fix is why it's such a silly story.
Well, don't you
Doesn't
think
it? But it's
don't
an
you
easy
think it's a
fix,
little
man.
silly from both sides, really?
Yeah, it's a
First of all,
ridiculous story. Just wave to the people if that's all they want. Like that doesn't seem like a big ask.
They get a nice win. The guy's unbelievable. Messi, even when Messi misses, it's a spectacular looking shot. It really is. Things he does.
Would you stop?
No, I'm not going to stop.
He's by far the best player. Yeah, we know, man.
He's great.
He's a world-class player in a league of minor leaguers.
You're going to watch him be great, Woody. That's why you're going. Not how he treats you. That's not what it's about.
Yeah, but the point is that those
Let me
people,
hear the point.
The point is those people were going before him. They will go after him. If all they want is for the guy to wave at him, like why is this why is it a big deal?
So
I get it's weird on both sides, but if that's what their demand is, it doesn't seem unreasonable. They're not asking him to stay 7 hours after the match and sign for everyone.
No, he's not going to do that.
No, but I guess he waved at everyone except for them, like just to throw it in their face.
Yeah, that was childish, by the way. That was very childish.
I don't know, man. Like soccer's clearly not our sport,
for
Joe.
A guy that is out of the league of everybody else. And he knows that. He knows how important he is to the organization. He knows everything. He is very aware they don't win if he doesn't play well. He's aware of all this stuff. But I just think it's weird when I see fans upset that he doesn't acknowledge them. And so they gave him the silent treatment and no banners, no flags, the whole thing. And he must have noticed because he afterwards he's shaking his finger at him or whatever he was doing. But like, this should be a love affair, man. You got a guy those people, those guys, I don't care who they are, and they can support team all they want. They want to see Messi. They don't want to see a bunch of guys just running around. They can't play in any other leagues. So anyway, I just can't just go out and enjoy it.
Very strange story.
Whatever. And by the way, I always say this about football guys too. Look at, man, I don't care. I don't care if you decide you got social stuff you don't want to do and you just want to play football and be left alone or basketball. As long as you're really good, everybody's going to tolerate it. Everybody will tolerate it. They will.
Except the guys that we've had who have the social problems also stink.
Yeah, that's different. You're right. No, that's true.
Look, man, if I were to go to an Inter Miami game, I don't need Messi to wave to me after the match. Like it's not a thing for me, but I understand why it is for these people. And I don't.
How do you? I don't get how you understand. Like, I don't get it.
Because, like we've been told,
Joe,
hey, Joe,
I said something nice about you. I haven't recently, but wave to me. Okay. Point to me.
Well, soccer is not our sport, Joe. It's just not. But like I'm being told, and I've been told over the past few days that this is a thing. Like they like to be acknowledged. The supporters section, and Messi knows exactly where they are. They've sat in the same spot since the beginning of the team. So it's not like he doesn't know where these people are. They have their own giant section. It's not like like the Dolphins have a supporter section at their games.
I told you.
Or the other teams, like they know exactly where these people are sitting.
I told you yesterday it wouldn't take Messi. You're right. He could do it in seconds and it'd be over. And you do things you don't like and keep those guys happy. But I would still think those fans would much rather see the product they're seeing out there last year and this year, since they've had Messi, than worried about how often he looks up at him and blows him a kiss.
Listen, it's a strange story. There's no question about it. It's a very, very unusual story, but it's easily fixed is my point.
So does the team go, hey,
I think it's weird on both sides. It's weird that they want him to wave. It's weirder that he won't wave. Like, it's very strange, man.
It's just crazy. He's playing like some people say he's playing better this year than last year, and he was really good last year, especially when they went on that run to win the MLS. And that we're going through this. Like, of all things, we're talking about some of their, what do they call themselves again? What do the super fans call themselves?
La Familia?
Yeah.
La Familia?
How big's that club, by the way?
I don't know, man. It looks like a lot of people.
Okay.
I've seen them in person.
And somehow
a couple times. Looks like a lot.
Messi's like not happy with him.
Yeah.
About something.
Yeah. So this is another, this is like the Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum thing. We got to hug it out.
It's not like that.
Well, they need each other.
Not.
They need their super fans.
That place is packed.
Someone asked if Marino ever waved his support group.
Isn't it enough?
Not really. You can't really compare. It's not.
And you're
really.
watching, and you're walking out with your kids, and Leon. You look at Leon. He looks at you as a huge sports fan and goes, "Dad, we saw the best of Messi tonight. That was unbelievable."
Well, last time we went Messi,
and you go, "Hey, can you don't be a downer on me? Don't."
Well, I'm just saying you brought me into it. I'm just saying, so if he plays, that's half the battle right there.
Okay, so he's been playing, Jerky, before you go to any of the other stuff.
Can't he just wave and we end this drama? Jeez.
Nothing.
Just wave. Just give him a little wave. A salute or something. I don't know.
I'm guessing he will next game.
Yeah, I know. And it'll be all good.
I'm guessing the Moss family will say, "Hey, can we talk to you for a sec? Hey, look, man, we appreciate everything you're doing. You've been even more than we thought you would. We had no idea you're going to be this good, even getting closer to 40. You're still playing at an unbelievable level. You're doing things nobody else in the league can do still. You're getting ready for the World Cup, which would be good for our business, too, if you do play and somehow are able to go deep into the World Cup or even win the whole thing again. But this story, would you rather he wasn't very good and played 10 minutes a night and waved to you all night? Every time you looked up, he's blowing kisses to you? Or do you want to see him playing at his best?
So I made the mistake answering the phone here because I thought maybe it was one of the supporter group people, and the guy just yelled at me and hung up. He goes, "Tell Joe that this is like the kids coming over to the student section after the college football game." And he just hung up on me.
What?
It's we talked about this yesterday. It's similar. It's like the students after a game, like the Canes players.
You
they
saying
go
somebody
over.
just called you?
Yeah, and he yelled at me and he hung up. This is what you do. This is what you've done to people. They're very upset. I think your take, by the way, I think your take is way off on this.
Hey, by the way, calm down, Charlie Brown out there. Your life's going to be okay, okay? Don't get too fired up.
Your take out there in Milpitasville, wherever the heck you are this morning, your take is way off.
Oh, why? Because
you're off because it's not that hard.
Your take is always what everybody else takes because you kiss everybody's ass that soon as you look at social media, you jump on that bandwagon. You're notorious for it.
No, I just I just love the fans, and I want them to feel like they're, respected by Messi.
You're bothered that Messi makes 70, 80 million a year.
Joe, they're not asking him to go to their, birthday party on the weekend. They're asking him to wave after the match. It's not that big a deal.
Maybe we can get
stupid.
Messi.
This thing is silly.
Seriously, maybe we can get Messi to start hey, I'm going to start going to one kid's party a month.
Well, my suggestion yesterday was that he signs for every single one of them. But, I don't. That would make everything blow over.
Yeah. By the way, that ain't happening. The birthday party ain't happening either, but that's not happening.
We're going to have a noon match, and then at 2:30 when it's over, he's going to sit on the field. He's going to sign 1,000 autographs for the next 8 hours.
You know what's a weird one that I didn't know because I only look out what's best for me is in the media. Michelle Kaufman said, he hasn't talked to local media in years.
Don't steal that from our interview yesterday.
Oh, no, you guys did a good job. I'm her biggest fan. I think she's known her forever. She's great.
She was great with us yesterday. Yeah, she explained it very well, but
she doesn't have a bad, mean-spirited bone in her body. She really doesn't.
It is bizarre that Messi hasn't done an interview in 3 years with anyone. And it was even weirder, when they won, you would think he'd want to go on local TV and
so now somebody's telling me
fluff
last
interview
night,
about it, but
somebody's telling me that no, in soccer, none of the top guys in any leagues talk after games. And I was like, really?
Well, this is America, and when you blow a game at home, you give up 3 goals late in the game or whatever, and you blow the game, then they throw the 18-year-old kid out there to face the music. That's not a good look. I don't know how they do things other places, but it's not a great look here.
I don't know. It just seems for what they're paying all these top guys, they could do the media thing. Nobody wants to get, like, you cover that team every day. It would be nice to get something.
You would think.
The best player, maybe of all time, best player in this league.
Someone said you're so stubborn, Joe.
Great for business.
You are stubborn. You're not going to budge on this one.
He's failed to acknowledge us.
Well, you're up there in your suite, and these fans are out there and sweating, and they don't have unlimited food like you do, and all they want is a wave. You can't give them that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
It sounded like you just put me in this beautiful suite.
Yeah, well, you're up there with
the
Instagram models and stuff in your face.
Bro, now that didn't sound good. That did not sound good.
Yeah.
All right.
You know which game I'm talking about.
I know what game you're talking about. It's one of the more enjoyable games I've ever seen.
Yeah, you're looking down on everyone, and all they want is just to be acknowledged.
All right.
Every other team acknowledges the supporters. It's a soccer culture thing, Joe. Someone said you don't even want to try to understand. You're against
Is it
La
really
Familia now.
affecting their lives so much when they go to watch this guy play, and he's really friggin' good? And your experience is bad because he hasn't looked up and blown you a kiss in your area.
Oh, stop.
Come on, man.
Easy fix to this.
Okay,
one wave and an autograph session. And we're done.
You're such an idiot.
No more
You're
beef.
such an idiot.
That'll squash the beef.
Why didn't you just stick with the wave?
I think
wave to him.
I think an autograph session would be a nice thing to do.
And actually blow all the rest of them off and just go to that one group and just overdo it with them. Just keep waving and blowing kisses and pointing at them with a big smile on your face and put the little heart up there and the whole thing. I love you, man. I love you, fans. Thank you. I love you. All right, Woody. Anyway, it's just weird. I don't hear Heat fans and Dolphin fans and Panther fans going, you know what? They have not acknowledged us in this game. The guy scored 3 goals. He had a hat trick. And he friggin' never looked up my way. Are you kidding me? I know, I'm missing it. Soccer, that's what they do. That's what they do. All right, Woody. Hey, man, we got to get some other stuff here, Wood, while we're going, and that has to do with Michael Kotze, Choice Mortgage, man. People, hey, whatever it is, debt consolidation, behind on property taxes, HOA dues, assessments, judgments, liens, things that you're going through right now. Debt consolidation, you need the cash. HOA costs going up, insurance is rising. All these things are happening to you. You're living in a condo and you're going, how much longer am I going to afford to be living here? I thought I was going to retire right here looking at the beautiful Atlantic Ocean, and I'm in trouble, man. Well, Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage can get you that second mortgage at a real good rate and really help you, man, to get out of debt and get back out on your feet again. This is what he does. Reverse mortgages more popular than ever. You and your spouse are 62 or older, you qualify. Sitting there with all that equity, your home's paid off or almost paid off, and you could really use some of that money. Reverse mortgage might be absolutely perfect for you. So no matter what it is, whether you're a first-time home buyer and need just very little money down, Michael Kotze can get you in that house you've been waiting to get. Whatever your situation, man, I'm telling you right now, Michael Kotze's taking care of some things that look like they'd never get done. And this man gets it done for you. Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage, 30 years in the business. The man has no life. He's always working. He works 7 days a week. Call or text him. Get started today with him. Speed up the process. Half the time of the big banks. 561-441-2730. It's 561-441-2730. MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change. Daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender ready
and I can help you get
Three-row SUV in stock.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Even in the soccer world, friends. Anyway, good morning, everybody, and thanks for being with us. As we've been all over. Hey, Woody, before we get back to the soccer drama that's going on, which is crazy, you have the best friggin' product in town right now. You really do. You have the best product to watch. And I know it's the MLS. I know it's not, equivalent of some of the other professional sports we have in this country. But this guy dominates and does unbelievable things 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a game. Even when he misses shots, they're spectacular. And we're having this conversation. Now, apparently I don't understand fan etiquette of what's expected of players and not giving you enough love for your love and passion and commitment to the team. So for that, I apologize. But it's not very sincere when I do that. Hey, by the way, I got to tell you something else, Woody, before I forget. So I get a call the other day, and I'm trying to see family while I'm out here. And my dad's got 2 sisters, and one of the sisters, my aunt, says, "Hey, you mind coming out to watch the grandkids play baseball?" They're playing. They'd love to see you. Yeah. And the baseball field wasn't too far away. When you're in Marysville, California, it's a small town. Nothing's that far away. So I go over there and sitting there right before the game started and sit with my aunt and uncle and some of my cousins, and we're all sitting there and they're telling me the boys are getting ready to play, and my cousin's a manager for one of the teams, or the head coach, if you don't call him manager, the coach. And he comes over and he says, "Hey, we got a little problem." Yeah, the game hadn't started. We're a little late. What's going on? He goes, we don't have any umpires, and nobody really wants to do it. And it's 13, 14, and 15-year-olds. And he's looking around and goes, "I don't know what we're going to do." And I don't know if he was egging me on. I go, "I'll do it." He goes, "You will?" "Oh, man, we were just talking. If those guys on the other team said if you do it, they'd be cool with you doing it." So I umpired, sitting there in regular clothes. And I said, "Look, first of all, they didn't have any equipment or anything." I said, "I'm not getting behind home plate. I will not do that unless I want my body banged up by bad pitches. So I'll stand behind pitcher, and I'll do that." And he goes, "Well, you also have to have the bases." I go, "Okay." So sat out there and I umpired a game, 7-inning game. Woody, I had a blast. I truly had a blast. I had one family member not happy, and I asked both coaches before. I said, "Hey, you want me to open up the strike zone?" They're no longer little kids. They're, 13, 14, 15. We're talking about kids getting ready to go into high school or already in high school. And they go, no, open it up. We like that. We want both managers or coaches say, "Oh, no, we want our guys swinging." We tell them, don't sit and just try to get a walk. We want you to get better by trying to hit the ball. And so we were on the same page. And I had just one fan goes, and I laughed. It didn't even bother me, but he said, he says, he didn't like my strike zone. And he said, "Hey, for the next kid that can hit the guy behind the pitcher, I'll give him money." And, I went, okay, that was funny. Okay, that wasn't bad. I figured it'd be a little bit of that. But about 2 hours, I had a blast, Woody. I got to tell you, that was a little out of something I've done in a while. I did the Little League games a couple of times. We didn't have umpires. Sometimes umpires don't show up, and or they can't find them. But what do you get a chance to do that, man? It's going to be fun. Besides the coaching side, getting a chance to get out there.
You weren't here for my story last week, Joe. 2 people got thrown out of the playoff game up here.
For what?
They were going after the umpire.
Yeah, the guy's comment was like, he did it loud, but it was fine. It wasn't, and both teams were great. The coaches were great. And I even had fun with some of the guys go, "What'd you think of third strike?" I go, "What's the balls and strikes look like so far?" And he goes, I go, "Well, give me a grade." "Yeah, C." I go, "Okay." He goes, but I see you're trying. The kids were, they're all trying to have fun with everybody, and called a guy out at second base, got picked off, and I had a blast, man. It was great. Bang, bang plays. And it does remind you, though, that umpiring balls and strikes is not easy. It's no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's 13 or 14, 15, or guys that got junk. I've been watching this MLB network, and there's some guys got filthy movement on the ball that are pitching. And I mean throwing it hard. I mean, almost you can't hit them. Their stuff is nasty. And so anyway, that was my day. And my wife's wondering why I didn't come back. And what'd you do? Where'd you go? And I go, "I umpired a game." So I might have to get in that, Woody. That might be the next thing. I told you I was thought about being a high school football coach, and I gave that up. I realized that would not work. That was not going to be possible. I think I'm about becoming an umpire.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I think that could be cool.
But it's got to be the right age group, right? I don't want that first group where you got parents over there at the bottom of the order telling their kid to walk. Don't swing the bat. Let the guy walk you.
You can't.
I like a little older
coach,
where the kids
coach
can,
the team though. At the same time, you can't be telling the kids what to do and the coaches and stuff. You gotta if you're gonna be the umpire, you gotta be the umpire.
Well, I was standing back there. I talked their ears off. Both the guys love talking to me. Both the starting pitchers are like, "Oh man," I said, "Nice, that's a nice pitch." I said, "I might have screwed you on that one," and they appreciated that. Like,
they're trying to grease you a little bit.
And the guy goes, "I was a little outside. That wasn't a bad call, sir." And the whole thing, and it was fun. I had fun doing it.
Do you want to coach too? We can get you in as
No.
an assistant coach.
No coaching.
Okay.
I want to play tennis, and I may want to umpire. May have the umpire bug.
All right, I can get you signed up for that.
Are they tough? The high school? I don't know about the high school stuff.
No, you got to do the little kids leagues, man. Come on.
No, not too young.
Do the 9-year-old league. They'd love to have you. The 10
I
and
don't
under.
want to do 9-year-old. That because the kids have trouble throwing strikes. I'm not doing 9-year-olds. I think that 13, 12, 13, 14-year-old thing is good. Okay. 15, they're starting to throw little breaking pitches, and they can throw strikes. You know what I mean?
All right, fair enough.
Anyway, that was my experience.
Okay.
I
like it, man. I think it's a good fit for you.
I'm getting close to, I got to find some hobbies. And so I was thinking, so what can I do to stay busy? Like, because I'm having everybody, all these guys I'm back. Oh, you got to find something to do. And you don't golf? Oh my God, what do you do? And I go, nah, I can't golf. So golf it's frustrating. I can't golf. I don't want to go through the whole story about golf again, but I'm bad and I don't enjoy it because I suck. And why would I want to keep doing something I suck at every time I go out?
It's understandable.
So, yeah, you just don't want to do that. But this umpiring thing might work.
You might be onto something. Can I give you? Can I let you know what's coming up at Lone Depot Park here the next few weeks?
I love that. I would love that. What do we have going on?
So we got the Citrus Series, Joe, June 5th through the 7th. The Rays will be in town.
Well, they got a good team. Holy smokes.
We got Dollar Hot Dogs presented by Salen's. We got 90s Night presented by Coors Light. We got SpongeBob Day. We got Pride at the Park and more deals. Special ticket packages include exclusive merch. You can go to marlins.com/tickets and get set up for that one. And this SpongeBob Day is going to be a good one here. This is Sunday, June the 7th. June 7th at 1:40. Special ticket packages include an exclusive tropical SpongeBob shirt, plus a game ticket to watch the Marlins take on the Rays. And you can get that at marlins.com/SpongeBob.
Yeah, and by the way, just from the baseball standpoint, what a story the Rays are. So that's unbelievable. That low payroll and I think they had the best record, if I'm not mistaken, in the American League. They're really good. Hey, what we got? Braves, a couple more games. Speaking of great records, and then the Mets are in town. So a lot of good stuff the rest of the week for National League East and watching. And Marlins just throw that game together last night and got some guys playing really, really well right now.
And that stadium is weatherproof, as you would say, right?
Weatherproof. Yeah, we like weatherproof. We like two things weatherproof. We like quarterbacks that have weatherproof arms, can play in anything, and we like baseball. And we got that top on it. So
I'm still waiting on you to trademark that thing.
The weatherproof?
Yeah, it's a good one. It's one of your better ones. You have a few that should be trademarked.
I got news for you. This guy's weatherproof. We just got to see now. He could throw it.
Well, he's throwing today.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, apparently. Omar is all excited. This is like...
No, they should. Everybody wants to see it in person. No, hey, we haven't seen it.
Omar actually texted me this morning and asked if he could come on tomorrow because he wants to talk about Malik Willis throwing.
Yeah, that's great.
I told him we would consider it.
Hey, I think when you hear about somebody and you've only seen highlights and seeing the same Malik Willis highlights, and then you go out and see it, I tell everybody the same thing. We get these debates and about, that guy can't throw it. Guy telling me, like, the first time I did this, I don't mind telling you. So Ryan Tannehill guy goes, Ryan Tannehill's got a crappy arm. I go, no, he doesn't. So whatever you think of, it's not his arm. He goes, no, his arm's not very good. And the guy would not leave it alone. So I got a sideline pass, and I go, come on. So he watched him warm up, and he goes, I was wrong.
Yeah.
That was it. It wasn't like, oh, that's make-believe out there. I mean, no, it's there. It's not on TV. It's, whatever. And then, you can go into all the other things you didn't like about Ryan Tannehill, but
Ryan Tannehill was pretty harmless.
No, I'm just talking physically.
But
his
he
arm.
used to overthrow Mike Wallace. The Mike Wallace is like the fastest receiver in football.
I said there are other things, but it's not that he had a bad arm. That's all I'm saying.
No, that's saying he had a good arm. He was overthrowing the guy.
And Malik Willis is going to be one of those guys that he can make all the throws.
Well, today I'm guessing it'll be pretty easy stuff, right?
You still want to see
anything crazy.
No, but you still want to see it. They'll all be out there. I'm looking forward to come back and watching him throw the ball too. I mean, we talk about two things: Malik Willis in this first draft for John Eric Sullivan.
Somebody said I want a slow motion spiral video of Willis today.
Yeah,
the last time the Dolphins did that, it didn't go over so well.
Oh, that is brilliant! Who thought of that? Oh my God, that is so good. Remember when that video came out? Oh my God! Oh, why did? And everybody was salty in the organization, outside the organization, and everybody's commenting on that was the underthrow, right? The Tua underthrow.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I thought so. We got to let that go, though. There's no reason to bring that up.
They posted a picture yesterday of Tua in Atlanta. He's out there throwing.
Yeah.
Omar's got this thing on Tua that his arm just died.
Something happened.
Yeah, but his arm dying?
Woody, something happened. Some of those throws did not look
I'm with you.
Like him from a couple years before that.
But I'm guessing Atlanta wouldn't roll him out as a starter if he didn't have an arm.
That's why everybody goes into the whole conspiracy theory of what happened to Tua. He definitely couldn't make throws. I've told you this. I've said it over and over. The ball where he was going to throw it, they had it all set up. They had the receivers wide. Everybody was going for the Hail Mary in the end zone. And he held on to the ball and took the sack when he had plenty of time to step up and throw the football. And everybody, including the guys doing the game on national TV, were saying, I think his thought was he couldn't reach the end zone.
Speaking of arms and weak arms, somebody brought something up on the text here that we talked about while you were gone. I would like to address with you, if you don't mind, on the other side. And we're behind a little bit. So can we do that?
Yeah.
I think you'll like this. I actually do think you'll like this one.
You know what? I'm fine with that. Hey, can I take a second to talk about, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Dr. Barry and his staff over there got a great program to help. There's no better time than right now for your well-being. If anxiety or depression is holding you back, seriously, guys, get going on this, man. Mental health, serious thing. I hate seeing guys in a funk and can't get out of it. Your buddies are going, hey, man, what happened? He can't get out of this. Things happen. Things happen in your life, man. You lose your job. You lose your family. You lose your wife. You're going through some hard times. Recovery Unplugged mental health residential program in beautiful Fort Lauderdale offers a private, comfortable space to heal. I went down there and spent time with Dr. Barry and the staff here a couple weeks ago. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. It is impressive with all the programs. To watch them, watch some of the therapy they do was fantastic. With expert care and unique music-based approach, you can take this first step to getting yourself back to the way you were before. They accept most major insurances. Call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplug.com. And in the month of May, there's no better time than right now to heal out loud.
WQAM.
and invites quality.
Down this morning, traveling in Miami-Dade. The traffic report is brought to you by the Casino at Dania Beach, Florida's Turnpike, southbound before mile marker 38. That has 2 right lanes blocked. Also, stopping on traffic this morning. This is slowing you down along Florida's Turnpike, southbound, right as you approach Stadium. That Golden Glades interchange, that traffic really stacking up in the area. That's traffic. I'm Amelia Escobar on FM 104.3, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Joe, before we get back to things here, let's get you a weather report brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate. The sun's starting to poke through. There is a 75% chance of rain here this morning, but the good news is the sun is coming out. And some more good news here, Joe. Cigar lovers, we got a chance for you to win sold-out VIP tickets to Drew Estate's Florida Barn Smoker this November. Throughout the day, you'll enjoy premium and VIP cigars, curated food and beverage experiences, food trucks, drinks, and more. To be eligible to win, enter now at WQAM.com/contest. You must be 21 to enter and attend. Valid ID required at the event registration. So, Joe, we got 2 contests up on the site here. We got that one, and then we got the Omar's cousin, Machine Gun Kelly. So we got that. And
a lot of people didn't know they were related.
I know. I found that out yesterday. So, but speaking of Omar and 609 on the text here, thank you for bringing this up. Omar, you know how he makes weird comments about things he thinks he can do? Like he said he could beat Crowder in a boxing match.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Crowder called up during your absence, and I was concerned that Crowder was ducking Omar. He made it clear that he was not. Omar said that he thought it would be really easy to step on the mound at a Marlins game and throw out the first pitch.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
I think a lot of people would. And I think that one is more doable than the boxing match. The boxing match, we are going to have to jump through some hoops for that one because the company was crazy about it.
So I got to be careful how I say this because I don't want to offend anybody here in 2026.
Oh, boy.
But it's always interesting to see how guys throw a baseball to start with, even playing catch. Because usually guys will say, you never played catch before, have you? Or you've never, thrown a baseball or a football, kind of same motion. And so I don't know. That's a good one with Omar. Have you ever seen? You remember we went outside? Remember, Woody, that time we went outside, we were throwing the ball around a little bit. And,
yeah, I do remember. Yes,
we were kind of cracking up.
Yes, you had some fun at someone's expense. Yes.
Yes.
Back to the issue at hand.
You think Omar's that guy, though? That's what
I don't think Omar could even get close to reaching the plate. So my thought is, Joe, he will get out there and he will be like, holy crap, this thing is farther away and higher than I thought it was going to be.
No, he's definitely going to think that.
He will be a little shell-shocked out there. I do not think that he can even get close.
Both teams are, because it's right before the game starts, so all the players on both teams are standing there watching.
Because he was ripping Malik Willis. He was like, it's just so easy. Like, I can't believe he couldn't, throw a strike. When Malik Willis did a great job. I mean, the guy shows he's got a live arm. He wasn't exactly accurate, but it's a baseball, not a football.
So do you want to see if we can get Omar, if the Marlins will they're not going to let a writer go out there.
Why
not?
Let
a football writer go out and throw out the first pitch, not going to happen.
No, Omar's well-known enough where we can make it happen.
He didn't talk about baseball at all, ever.
Yeah, it's because he doesn't know the game, but...
Exactly. So now you want him to throw out the first pitch and he doesn't know anything.
I think it will be good for eyeballs. I think people will watch. And I think people will be very
You're just making
people.
stuff.
I think
You're just
people will be
making
eager.
Stuff up.
No, they'll be eager to ridicule. Like if he blows it, man. Like if he throws the ball like 5 feet, like if he stumbles the way that he did in the race against me, like if he falls or something, like there's a high probability of failure, and it would be fun to watch.
Listen to you.
Well, it would be.
You love to go after Omar.
I know you
really
can throw
do.
a strike. I think you've done it, haven't you?
I have done it through the years. I have, yes.
I know you caught one recently.
Yeah, that was a little scary.
I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. I mean, I throw the
Hey,
ball
Woody,
around with my kid all the time.
I hadn't played catch till a couple days before that, and I didn't have a glove. My gloves are long gone, but it's even playing catch, man. If you haven't played catch for a while, everybody, oh no, it's like riding a bike. I go, no, it wasn't. It wasn't like riding a bike. It's
I think this would be easy to set up. I think this would be great.
So you're thinking Omar will throw it short, throw it way to
I don't
the
think.
left
I
or the
think
right,
it'll be
or throw it
short.
over the top of
It'll
everybody?
be short and way off side. Like I don't know if he knows how to even throw a baseball. I have no idea. I don't know what his. I don't know, but I don't know what his sports background is. I don't know if he's ever played.
But
baseball.
it's easy for him to say something because he knows they're never going to ask him, hey, you mind? They're not going to call the Miami Herald and say, can we get a hold of Omar? We'd like him to throw out the first pitch.
No, but I happen to know someone who might be able to set it up, is what I'm saying.
There's no way. There's no way the guy that we deal with the Marlins is going to do that. No way.
I think you could
just
definitely
for what?
make this
For a
happen.
handful of people that care?
I think a lot of people care. There's a lot of people out there that would love to see Omar fail.
That's nice.
I mean, I'm just saying. Think about how many tickets I could have sold to his boxing match.
Let's well, that's not going to happen.
I was looking at arenas for that thing.
All right. I doubt that, knowing you, that you were looking for an arena. Were you going to put the down?
I think Omar
payment on it?
Is horrified of Crowder, to be honest.
All right.
Crowder told us
Woody.
some fighting stories, and I don't know. Omar seems like he wants out.
I'm just telling you that he doesn't want to fight Channing. He wants
Probably
no part
not.
of it.
But he can throw out a first pitch, and that's something we can make happen.
First of all, he's scared to death that Channing might not play along and go a little too far on the first punch and catch him going down and, the whole thing. Anyway, hey, let's go to break. We got 9 o'clock hour coming up here as you got your dig in on Omar Kelly this morning. I do want to take a second to tell you about Harvey and Gary. Harvey Cohen and Gary Judah, the partners of Cohen and Judah Injury Law Firm, personal injury attorneys ready to make sure you have a great experience. How about this? Same partners who will handle your case from start to finish. There's no handoffs. More than 30 years of experience, big enough to go to trial and get you multi-million-dollar results, small enough just to call you back. Hey, listen, here's the deal. You see these great commercials on TV with these big law firms, and I'm talking about slip and falls and automobile accidents, motorcycle accidents, and all of a sudden you're going, man, I'd like that guy. I love that spot. I see it all the time. I'd like that guy to represent me. And then you go to call him and meet him, and you go, no, you won't be dealing with him. He's not even in here. He's out golfing today. But we got handoff attorneys, we call them. That's right. We're going to have one of our new attorneys handle your case, and then they find out they're working on 4 or 5 different cases, and you're not very important. That's how you feel, at least. Well, you won't get any of that. Matter of fact, if you are, you need to call Harvey Cohen and Gary Judah. Find out how they do things. How about this? I always say this, communication's a big thing with those guys, as in giving you updates on your case, letting you know what's going on, seeing how you're feeling. That's what it's all about. Go to CohenandJudah.com, read the reviews, partners who you can always get a hold of, even on the weekend. Go to CohenandJudah.com, 866-FAIR-FEE. And remember this, they don't pay other lawyers to do the work you hire them to do.
Time national champion Miami Hurricanes, the back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers, the three-time NBA champion Miami Heat, Miami Hurricanes basketball, and now the new home of the two-time World Series winner Miami Marlins.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less your pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. Starting with the Marlins, who crushed the Braves 12-0. Game 2 of the 4-game series is today with the first pitch at 4:10 from Lone Depot Park. The game can be heard on 560 a.m. Over to the Dolphins, who will continue with OTAs today in Miami Gardens. In the NBA, the Spurs stole Game 1 from the Thunder, 122-115 in double overtime. The Knicks will host the Cavs tonight in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And on the ice, the conference finals are set. Colorado taking on Vegas out west, and Montreal will play the Hurricanes in the East. Time for weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate. Looks like the rain has passed for the time being here, Joe, and the sun is starting to poke its way out. Not that you care out west, but there you go.
No, the weather's been nice out here. Not that anybody cares about California right now, but weather's been pretty damn nice. Hey, welcome back here for the 9 o'clock hour as we've been going. And Woody and I are sitting here talking, I guess, a lot of stuff on Messi's coming in this morning. And we do appreciate you staying with us, whether you agree or disagree with my take on this Messi thing. And there's been two things that we don't know much about Messi. I agree. We don't know. He's not opened up. He's super private. One of the reasons he liked coming here is because he was not going to be he's going to have more privacy than he got when he was in Barcelona and some of the other locations that he played at, some of the different teams he played for. But I do agree they're going to have an interesting problem when Messi's gone.
Well, let me ask you one question, Joe. Do you believe that he
hard
should
to fill that thing up?
Should he be bigger than the league? Like, is that fair? And I understand that he's the best player by far, and he's famous, and
I
that
think it's
league
great
is,
for
but
business.
still a professional league. At
Yes.
the end of the day, it's a professional sports league, and he clearly has different rules than everyone else.
That's correct.
So
And
that
it's good.
that in
It's-
and of itself is a
It's
little
good.
strange.
It's good for the game having him in the league. Every team they've played against, every team,
Yes.
they admit it's great.
But do you think it sets a good precedent to say, hey, listen, we're just happy you're here. You play by your own rules. Do whatever the hell you want. We're just happy to have you here.
I don't think it's that bad, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, I
It's
think
just
really
unusual.
good. I think if you can get good guys even towards the end of their career where they're not dominating on other teams, and Messi wasn't dominating on some of the teams he was on, but I think it's great having him here. Yeah.
Now, we
This
spent more
league-
time talking about Major League Soccer since he's gotten here than than we ever
He's
would
great
or
for
will.
business. He's great for everybody's business. Hell, even when he doesn't play, we're talking about him. They're mad he's not playing. Getting this guy is great. And look at what it's done for the value for the Moss brothers. Their team might be more valuable. If you were to put them both up, you might get more right now for Inter Miami than you would for the Marlins. So, yeah, he's been great for business. He's filling up the stadium. He wins a championship. He scores a lot of goals. He's always exciting, even when they lose. There's not a negative except he's not going out every weekend to birthday parties.
I don't think that's what anyone's asking, but you and I are learning about this at the same time here, Joe. Like
That's true.
I was not familiar with any of this etiquette, stuff. And the way I see it, if the fans want him to wave, I don't see why it's that big of a deal. I think this could have
I
been
would
probably
agree. In the bigger
ended
picture,
pretty
whatever's got him salty, that he's blowing off the one group in one of the corners and now going out of his way to wave to everybody else but that corner because they pissed him off about something.
They sang
I
a
don't
song that he didn't like, I think.
Oh.
But they gave him the silent treatment. Now, I know you know about the silent treatment.
Well, if you're married, of course you know about it.
Yeah, nobody likes the silent treatment. That's never good.
Yeah.
Right?
Is your wife silent in fights or no?
No, she's not. She's loud.
I mean, not to call my wife out, but she's very quiet.
Really?
But I do notice things get slammed a little harder to make it like I can hear it from different parts of the house.
Doors, yeah.
Couple come down a little harder. Plates.
Yeah.
I can hear the refrigerator sounds a little bit louder when it shuts.
No, but you got a lot of women in your house. So I'm guessing the silent treatment is,
No.
Tapping.
Now, listen, I have some of them go after me, though.
Really?
Some of the girls are from the school of.
Okay.
I told you, man, nobody wants to have at any given time just a wife and two daughters in the same house. And they get going on something you've said, and they all, before you know it, within minutes, they're all attacking you,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to take it. And if you can't, you have to leave the room because you don't want to say something you're going to regret. Because I can get down and dirty.
Now, it's usually the three of them against you, right? Like they always side with each other.
Always.
Okay.
That's the dumbest thing you've ever said. As soon as one person says that, oh my God, you say some of the dumbest things, and then here they come.
Mm-hmm.
They're lined up. The missiles start flying at me. The verbal missiles start flying. Oh my gosh. Did you really say that? Oh gosh. It's amazing stuff you say. And then the next one gets her, bam, bam, bam. So yeah, it can be tough out there, Woody. No question about it. It can be a tough group. When the Rose girls get going together, they're pretty tough to beat. You just got to walk out. I usually just walk out of the room and don't say anything else. And if I'm a little hurt, I just go outside, walk around a little bit, get it back together, and come on back. But yeah, because I don't want to say something that like's over the top, and then they start like, so you had to say that. You had to say that. Really? That's what you came up with? So you don't want to do that, right, Woody?
Yeah.
Well, you got two boys, man. You got it easy.
Yeah, I don't get the silent stuff. But yeah, maybe that's why Messi was upset, man. They gave him the silent treatment. That's tough.
I do agree. You said when we started this thing, we're talking about, like, Messi wins every day of the week. He's made over $1 billion in his career. He's still lucky enough to be able to play in this league, which is not one of the top leagues in the world, and make a lot of money. Still make a lot of money.
Yeah, the athletes always win, man.
Still one of the highest paid athletes in the world. Playing
like we did
on an
Jaylen
MLS
Brown
team.
earlier. Jaylen Brown wins every time.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to fight back against Stephen A. Smith. You've made $300 million to play basketball. You're a lottery winner. Like,
right.
What you need to fight with Stephen A. Smith about?
Well, I got news for you. If he just demands a trade, damn it, demand a trade to the Miami Heat. Damn it.
What's the package look like? What are we offering here? Tyler?
A lot. Tyler's the first guy thrown in every deal over the last 4 years.
Do you try to keep Ware?
Yeah. He's interesting because I think some teams really like him, and some teams, I don't know, doesn't always play hard. It's just, the same thing. Is it ever going to click in? And they're hoping so. And Pat Riley's already kind of thrown it on Spo. Like, Spo, they need to play together a lot. Bam and Khalil need to be together on the court.
Yeah, but I think you got to call the Celtics and just be like, hey, we heard Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum hate each other.
Yeah.
We're interested.
We know they don't like each other. Get rid of them. We want them. Yeah, you ask Heat fans, you get Jaylen Brown and keep Bam? Are you kidding?
Be nice.
You got a guy who can score.
I mean, I'd still rather have Giannis, but.
You what?
I'd still rather have Giannis.
I'm not sure I would.
You're worried about all that stuff that came out, huh?
I'm worried about injuries.
You don't need another guy who's late in your life, right?
No more.
Yeah.
Man, I got to tell you, I was shocked when I saw, who was that, Miles Turner?
Yeah.
The one that came out on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shocked to hear, like, yeah, man, coach never fined anybody and everybody was late. Nobody came on time to anything. And I was like, wow, that's dysfunctional. That's really bad. And terrible look for Doc Rivers. Terrible. Forget the X's and O's or guys playing better. That's just a terrible look to start with. And they go, is there one guy? He goes, yeah, Giannis, man. And he goes, good for Giannis. Came when he wanted and late for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think
now,
what we're learning, Joe, is in the NBA, like, you have to put up with a certain amount of crap
Woody,
from guys, right? You had to do it with Jimmy. You had to make separate rules for LeBron. Hell, that's the problem with Messi. It's the same thing we're talking about. Like, these guys have different rules. And you can't say it's okay that Messi is bigger than the league and can do whatever he wants just because he's great, and then say, oh, LeBron can't. It's kind of the same deal.
No. First of all, you're putting Messi. You don't know if he's late. You don't know.
I have no idea if he's late. But
well, you put him in that always late party. I think being late is one of the most disrespectful things. I don't care how good you are.
I know it bothers you very much.
It's
the
terrible.
first thing you asked the coach when we met him.
I did. And guess what? Have you noticed how many times he's mentioned his rules when he talks to the media?
Yeah. He's probably thinking of you and Bo. Got to keep those old guys happy.
It's not an old guy thing, being on time. That's what you always say, that being on time's an old guy thing.
Well, it's not a young guy thing, apparently.
Just a handful of guys. I don't believe that everybody's late. I'll bet you nobody's late on this team that doesn't hear about it with the Dolphins.
Yeah. Well, you have to be good. You have to be good to get away with being late.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think Spo is big on being late. Do you?
No, I don't think he is at all. But I think, Jimmy Butler probably did his fair share.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? Like, you have to put up with it.
They let it go, and they put in a different set of rules for this guy to stay different places.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started pushing for more, and I think they gave in, and they helped create the monster because he played hard and the way he played, and they go, all right, let's.
What is your alternative?
Do what everybody else does.
Well, apparently Giannis was doing whatever he wants to do.
How'd that work out this year?
You don't think LeBron does what he wants to do in L.A.?
I hope not. I don't think LeBron's thing might be, does he want an extra parking spot? That was the thing. Wanted somebody on the plane with him. One of his, I think Pat Riley.
I'm sure LeBron has a lengthy list of demands.
I think Pat Riley killed a lot of stuff that LeBron wanted to do. I do. I'm not saying everything, but a lot of things like, hey, can my business partner, can he travel with me, or can he travel with us? And he go, no. As a matter of fact, stop eating those chocolate chip cookies. We're taking those away too. I don't know. You act like, you know what's amazing? I haven't worked with you for a while, but you seem like being late is all right. It drives me nuts. Why do you think being late is not?
I didn't say it's all right.
But you're acting like it's an old guy thing. It's not. It's everybody.
I never said it was all right. I mean, you tend to take it like so very personally, but I understand you're an early guy.
You don't think it's a big deal.
I didn't say that.
But you always insinuate that.
It's obviously a problem if it's consistent.
By the way, Mike McDaniel, one of the biggest mistakes he made as a head coach, one of the biggest ones, not as I still think he's going to be a really good offensive coordinator. His biggest problem he made was when he got here, so worried about wanting to be everybody's friend, he decided to start letting guys, especially really good players, leave early, not show up on time.
Well, let me ask you the same question I asked you then when it was happening. What would you say to Tyreek Hill? You going to pull the guy in your office and tell him, you do it again, you're out?
No, but you make it real clear. You make it real clear, no.
And what if he does it again?
And let me tell you, the day he decided and told him he didn't feel well and went and signed autographs at a mall where he had a store at the Aventura Mall, that would have been it, man.
What do you mean it would have been it? Like, what does that mean?
I said, hey, dude, you freaking lied to me, man.
Bro, you stood next to, beside the guy with all the crap that he had going on in his life, and that's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
No, you created all of it. You get that. That's what you get when
I just think it's easy for you. It's easy for you to sit in a studio and say, this is how I would handle it. But the reality is different.
So this is what happens, man. And it happens. This is human nature of people. I see it with our salespeople at our radio station. I see it with people on air when they're.
You don't have to bring the salespeople in. Jeez.
I'm just saying, when you tell them they don't have to come in, they're like, and now you're trying to get them back in. It's a little problem getting them to want to come back in the building.
Okay.
You created it.
But how would you, if you, Joe Rose, were the head coach of the Dolphins?
Claudia Mike McDaniel. Claudia, I didn't call it.
If you were the head coach of the Dolphins, you were Mike McDaniel, and Tyreek Hill's like, screw you, I'm going to do what I want. What would you do?
Well, I can tell you one
thing. Would you throw him off the team?
I wouldn't, as everybody's leaving at the end of the year that was a failure because you didn't win a playoff game. I sure wouldn't have all my players coming out saying we got a problem with guys being late. Because that just goes back to one guy. It doesn't go back to the players. That goes back to the guy running the show.
Didn't Tua say that at a press conference?
Look for Mike McDaniel. Huh?
Tua at a press conference that guys are missing meetings or whatever, didn't he?
Yeah, but I could get into all that now that I know all the facts on that.
I think that you know that this is not the day and age that you played in, and you can't deal with guys the same way. Whether that's right or wrong, that these guys are very, very coddled from a young age.
So they can't. So you're just telling me as long as you're real good, come when you want.
Well,
and I got to tell you
said
another
it's
one,
okay
man.
For Messi.
I got to tell you another one. Miguel Cabrera, to your point, was late all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see his ass out of the lineup because he's getting 3 hits.
Yeah, what is your option there?
Said, hey, I don't want to call the manager. I don't want to throw him under the bus. But he used to say, hey, I want guys here 2 hours before the game, 2.5, whatever it was. Want you here at 3 o'clock or whatever. And he'd come in just in time to. A lot of times he missed a stretch with his group. They stretched together. He'd miss that or was late for that coming out.
I mean, the players have all the power now. That's the other, especially the stars. The stars have so much leverage because they know you need them.
They do.
So they can theoretically do what they want. And if it doesn't go their way, like with Jimmy Butler, he can just force himself to whatever situation he wants. Jimmy got exactly what he wanted.
Yep.
Got to play where he wanted, got his money.
I hope
exactly what he wanted.
I hope Golden State trades him to a bad team. He deserves a bad team while he's getting all that money. Hey, we got to go to break.
Can't let that one go, huh?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not letting it go.
How about your Kings? How are your Sacramento Kings doing? Are you in Sacramento right now, right?
Just outside of Sacramento.
Are they buzzing over what do they talk about over there, the Kings?
We just had the Giants and A's in town for 3.
Oh, but the A's are leaving, right?
Yeah, they're going to Las Vegas. You know that. Why would you say right? All right, we'll be right back after this. Stay with us.
If it's going down, you know we on it. If it's going
Price on Luxury, now featuring the all-new Lexus TX 3-row SUV. In stock and on sale now. Call 305-KENDALL today.
Now dealing with an accident out of Broward County. The traffic report is brought to you by the Casino at Dania Beach on Florida's Turnpike and northbound as you approach that ramp to Northwest 27th Avenue, affecting the off-ramp right lane. Emergency crews are at the scene. That's traffic. I'm Amelia Escobar on FM 104.3. And you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
This report is brought to you by the Casino at Dania Beach. Come rock with Quiet Riot at Stage 954 May 30th. The Casino at Dania Beach has it all. Enjoy new exciting promotions, the hottest slots, great shows, multiple dining options, live poker, and simulcast. Plus, new members can win up to $5,000 in free play. Join the fun at the Casino at Dania Beach.
All right, welcome back, and good morning to everybody. Man, we always appreciate you being with us and listening to stuff, whether you agree or disagree with us, which is going to happen. We understand that in the business, and been a lot of things here. The messy thing is a little messy right now. I'm dying to find out, does the team just kind of let this blow off and go away on its own?
I saw that there's a meeting with the
No, are you being serious? Or are you
no,
joking?
there's not with Messi. The team management's going to meet with the group.
Probably a good idea. Everything's going well right now. You
still got to take care of your fans, man. Those are the original fans.
I think they know that.
Yeah.
No, you worked hard and you want to keep this thing going. And like you said, at some point he's not going to be around forever. And you don't want this thing to drop off the cliff. You want to build up some goodwill and keep it rolling.
Nothing a few autographs can't fix, right?
Well, I don't know how they do that. Listen, man, he's been here 3 years. I don't know anything about him except when somebody has a piece and meets with him, some famous person, and or he does a commercial. That's it. We don't know much about him. We leave him alone. And honestly, the team's done a pretty good job of making sure we leave him alone. Hell, all of them. Remember that woman used to call us all the time? The communications woman. What's her name? What was her name? What's her name?
From which team? The soccer?
Yeah, Inter Miami.
Oh, geez. I don't remember.
I forgot her name. But she dropped us.
I'll look it up.
I thought maybe she moved on and took another job, or they let her go. She dumped us like a bad date. Yeah, Molly.
She just doesn't like you. She told me.
Why do you have to be such an ass clown? Really?
Sorry.
Well, it's like, we got Messi. We don't need to have our other players come on with you. No, we're fine. We're good.
Maybe you shouldn't appreciate your lack of soccer knowledge.
Yeah. That was it. How dare you be upset with the knowledge I have? I watched the World Cup. Yeah, maybe that's it. Well, no. Hopefully put that out, and Messi will go out of his way. I think it'd be hilarious if Messi scores a goal.
Well, you want double middle fingers? Is that what you're
at home?
No.
And he goes out of his way. I mean, he just makes it obvious, like carrying on and
like a real sarcastic, like
just like going over the top, like, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all looking like, hey, that's what you want, putting the heart up with the two hands and pointing to everybody in that section and then counting them and stuff and fist pumping at them, and then gets his teammates to all do the same thing. And they only look at that one area. They don't look at the rest of them. But, hey, those fans obviously won. Well, how'd you find out about that meeting, Woody? When's that taking place?
I have no idea. I saw it on Twitter. I wasn't invited.
Well, you're not one of them. You just kind of
stirred
up in the middle.
I stand up for them. I'm not one of them, though. But
you stand up for anybody. Like, soon as you see a wave of something coming in.
I respect the fan, Joe. Maybe you should, get on board.
Messi dominating
Messi
games.
doesn't need you on his side.
I didn't say he doesn't. No idea who I am. Not sure he knows who anybody is. He just goes to games and gets the hell out of there. I'm going to dinner. Leave me alone. You do it tonight. Like Jimmy used to do to Bam. Bam, you're doing the interview. I know, but you scored 35. They want to talk to you. I'm not doing it. And Bam would do the interview after the game. Telling some of the other guys on the team to do the same thing. Hey, you do it. I'm not doing that stuff. I don't know. I'd love to know what the rules set aside. Like you're right. There's probably messy stuff set up, and you got to maybe even doesn't tell you directly. Maybe you got to deal with his agent. Like, oh, Messi won't be here. Getting ready for the World Cup. So Argentina make a run. I don't know what it is, man, but he is playing his ass off right now. If we're just going back to the basics of watching greatness, he's that right now at 38 in this MLS. No question about it. And if the World Cup is motivating him, go get him, Mess. Go get him, man. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show, because that's what you're getting right now. But so the fans, man, if this is true, they'll get a chance to show their passion. And like, who would meet with them? It wouldn't be one of the owners. It would be somebody underneath, right? Probably says, hey, we're sorry, and we want to take care of this. This is a bad look.
Why don't you reach out to your friend, your former friend over there? You can get the details on the meeting.
I got to tell you, I had this happen with a girl I was trying to date in a sorority once in Cal. It's the same thing happened with Molly and I.
Dumped you this bad?
Oh, my God. Molly, I never seen somebody in communications dump somebody so quickly. She had that guy. Remember they had the goaltender from Cal, and we did that bonding, and then that was it.
Mm-hmm. I do remember that.
Got thrown out of the bus or off the cliff. It was
it's a different era, bro.
Well, I like Molly. I think she's very nice. Very nice.
She is nice. Not nice to you.
They don't need
not a
us.
fan.
Look at Molly. It's not your fault. You don't need us right now, and I get it.
You think she'll call the day Messi retires?
Remember the day that he got rid of all their ticket sales people? They didn't need him. They got LeBron, and they just said, "We don't need you anymore.
These are going to sell themselves. We don't need you." Yeah.
Yeah. LeBron's selling tickets. He doesn't even know it. He's flying in town right now, and now that we know we got him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, this is not a day to take shots at anybody.
No,
it's just
no.
right now, Inter Miami don't need anybody. Mess is taking care of everything.
That could change, though. That could change. More importantly, who do you like tonight, Knicks or Cavs? Knicks are 7.5-point favorites.
Usually the team that takes off for a while and a team comes in, plays really well in game one. But I'm going to change. I'm going to go with Knicks.
Okay.
Go with the Knicks. What about for you? Cavs got a nice team now. They look really good. You talk about putting together a game 7. My God, on the road, they played really well. James Harden played like James Harden, but the rest of them were great.
I mean, the thinking is obviously like you're right that what happened with the Spurs last night, right? Like they're going to be a little fresher. They're going to go in there, and you would think if the Cavs are going to get one, it would be tonight.
Yes, I'm from that school of guys have been so in baseball. Like guys get to 100 wins, wrap up their division, so they start resting guys at the end of the year. And how many times you see the guy's sitting, he's not as sharp. The games aren't important whether they win or lose. And then you play a team that's got a dogfight to get in right to the last day, and now they play you, and they're super sharp. They got hot at the end of the year. Guys got some confidence. And I worry about long rest. How long have the Knicks been off, Woody? Been off for
It's been a while. Well, over a week, right?
But I think it's going to be a good series, though. I do. Cavs got really, really talented team.
They do. Really. It's just that I don't know what to make of this whole James Harden and Donovan Mitchell to an extent. Like in game 6, when they lost at home, neither of those guys, like the ball looked like a hot potato to them.
Yeah, no, that was bad.
Like neither of them wanted any part of that game. And then Donovan Mitchell went nuts in game 7. Like he had a great game, but I don't know, man. I don't know if those guys, I assume they'll show up tonight.
I didn't share another thought with you. James Harden and the flopping is another.
Yeah, it's painful to watch.
Every time he falls down after he shoots a 3 and then he goes through the hole.
Well, he does that thing where he drives and he flails backwards when the guy tries to step in front of him. Yeah, he flails backwards. The coach for Detroit was like,
oh, he's going crazy.
I mean, they got to stop calling that stuff, man.
That's not why they lost, though.
No, but they really do need to stop calling that stuff.
They got kicked around pretty good, Woody. They got kicked.
They did.
That was a brutal one. Well, listen, man, we got more stuff to get to here besides this Inter Miami thing. So does it sound like it's been positive or negative with the Inter Miami stuff today?
I don't think you made any friends over there, no. Seems like we're a long shot to get invited to a game.
Yeah.
And I'll let Leon know because he really wanted to go see Messi, and I'll tell him you ruined it for him.
You know what? You can buy tickets.
Actually, maybe Messi will give you his seats since you defended him so strongly today.
Is there a better show in town right now than the Messi show?
Yeah, maybe he'll give you his seats.
All right. That's all. You couldn't answer it. Hey, we got Malik Washington, wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, getting ready for OTAs. He's going to join us when we come back. Stay with us.
Let's go. Turn me up.
We can now